got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back.
Cooling down some, but it feels pretty fucking warm.
I got the cash in the bag.
Everybody, happy Saturday. Dish.
Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Multi-gunman, what's up?
Monty, what's going on, kid?
Hey, Malte.
We might get some good stories tonight. We'll see how heated it gets. Miss Dish Outdoors, what's up, girl?
Hey, everybody.
I'm already pissed off. Don't piss me off.
Hey, where's my comment out in the chat?
It's way at the top. They kind of disappear after it starts up.
You're commuted.
And Mr. Mike DeLucia, fresh off the hot plate from work.
What's going on?
Well, geez. Miss Shalisa Shell and Steve. We got to get Steve a nickname.
Steve, how the hell are you? Good to see you, Steve. Hope things are well, Steve.
You're all right.
And from a deep sea sub out in the Pacific, Mr. Ohio Wolverine.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, don't do that. That gives me nightmares.
Yeah, that gives me nightmares.
East Texas.
And I just subbed to another channel that kind of does that. And that was the first thing that went through my mind. I'm like, damn it.
Kind of like the first thing that went through the fucking Lincoln's mind was a bullet. But anyway.
I think I took one to the neck. My neck's been hurting like a week now. It's probably a tumor.
Clint Gilchrist.
It's not a tumor.
East Texas.
It's not a tumor.
Hey, is Victoria?
Down.
Hey, Clint, is Victoria in East Texas?
Gunpowder beauty.
First in was an Ohio Wolverine. Mr. Prepping to Endure. It is very nice to see you, bro.
I didn't think
Mr. G. Trapper. Nice to see you. As always, the multi-gunman. Miss Vanessa Kitty. Hi, Vanessa. Always says hi to me in strangers' chats.
That's nice.
Of course, I got to say hi first, you know, the prompter.
Right.
Miss Gunpowder Beauty, you have a link, girl.
Oh, it's
and Clint Gilchrist, nice to see you back. What's happening?
Victoria's down South Texas. You know what, Victoria? You know who the famous from Victoria, Texas is, don't you?
It rings a bell, but I couldn't tell you.
Well, if you want to see Mikey D kick Ohio Wolverine's ass, give me a hell yeah! Does that ring a bell?
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
There you go.
Oh. Stunning. You mean stunning Steve Austin?
Steve, the Wingmaster. And all the other ones that he has.
He's a Steve, right, Steve?
He's a Steve.
Yeah, all Steves are.
His real name is Steve.
Super-tastic, you know?
Too many fucking Steves in this fucking place.
One of these nights we're going to have to do an all-Steve chat.
Yep. And me and Dish to go out and go ice fishing in the shanty. So have fun.
I'll let her out.
You wouldn't be on the panel because your name, you people, is not Steve.
Exactly. And you're not hurting my feelers because I'll be in a shanty with.
How you gonna get there?
Huh?
How you gonna get there? Michigan's farther than Ohio.
So?
No.
So? I'm working now, kid.
Let me see. Oh, this is going to get some like Detroit Lions football tickets, and you'll be right there.
I wouldn't
I
even
knew it
be
was
there,
coming.
Ohio.
No, but her and I'll go to a Michigan game. We'll go to a Wolverines game.
There you go.
I would fucking hunt you down, and choke you if you went to a Michigan game.
I'm gonna go to Ann Arbor.
Jeannie, what's happening?
I'm gonna go to Ann Arbor. 106,000 people, and 105,998 of us will be sitting there with Boston College shirt on or something.
About 4 of you.
Crimson Tide outfits.
What are you trying to say? I'm as big as 4 people? No, me and Dish are gonna go.
Hey, Gunpowder.
How's it going, y'all?
Good.
Hello, darling.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Nice to see you. It's
Oh,
been a long time. You're just as lovely as you used to be.
Next thing you know, you're gonna start.
Name that tune, Shalisa.
Next thing you know, you're gonna start belting out some Jason Aldean tunes or something and get us banned.
What did he do? Hang
Try
on.
that in a
I want
small town.
Absolutely nothing.
I want Shalisa to answer who plays that tune.
If I guess, I could be wrong, so
Conway Twitty.
I knew it.
Hello, Darling is the name of the song. What did he do? What did Aldean do? He's got a new song, and what happened?
The libtards got a hold of it and said it's racist and anti-this and anti-that. They are full of shit. They had to dig deep on this one. What the hell are you doing?
Are you hanging drywall or something, girl?
I don't know.
Listen, okay, I've got an SUV, and Kentucky don't know how to fix the road, so it sounds like I'm running over a body, but I promise I'm not.
No, it sounds like you're not. It doesn't sound like you're running over a body. It sounds like the microphone's going somewhere.
Does that bumpy road have batteries? Just saying.
I'm waiting for Tardot to put one of them push bars on the front of my Volvo, so that way I can sit there and just hit people and get them out of my way. Volvo, Steve. Volvo.
I was just about to say something about a push bar.
I know you were. I figured I'd specify.
More like a set of handlebars somewhere. Just saying.
Hey, everybody needs a set of handlebars.
And a harness. And big, tall-ass black boots. That got her quiet. Now she's crawling in the back seat.
Listen, I like tall boots just as much as the next girl, but they're really not functioning with all the stuff that I have to do right now. And they're packed in a box. I don't even know where they're at. So,
where's not to change the subject, okay? But where is
You're trying to change the subject because you don't want to see my new boots.
You're right.
Oh,
where is Jay Watterson, Ben?
How are you doing, darling?
Got me some boots to wear if I ever get my
He kills me because Ohio's not even in the
Iron Horse.
That's what killed me. I don't understand.
Hey, you wear that cowboy hat. We'll call that foreplay, right?
yeah,
Which
you'll
one?
be
This
pulling
one?
yourself over.
Which one? This one?
Hey, I don't care which one of y'all wears a cowboy hat and a pair of boots. I'll be your Huckleberry.
A hanker for a hunk of cheese. His real name was Harold Lloyd Jenkins. That it was.
So I'm expecting Trump to be indicted for something because more Biden evidence came out.
More Biden evidence, huh?
Yeah, like dead bringer, you're going to prison for treason.
Well,
so I'm sure Trump will be indicted here in the next couple of days for something.
Well, I don't. It's just how they play the game, right? That's the game of politics. If you're caught doing this. I have to get you on this. And, you know, they got Hunter with leaving his cocaine in the fucking.
Oh no, that case is
No,
closed.
that case was
Wasn't
closed,
him.
and they never found it out.
Well, right.
I
Case
just
was
seen a
closed,
video
but
about the bomb they found on January 6th, or the day after.
You know what I can't stand was they talk about January 6th. They talk about the police officers that were killed. There was 0 police officers killed.
Zero.
one, right?
0.
Zero. Had a heart condition after he got home, or
Like 3
aneurysm.
days later. Like 3 days later.
Yeah. But a lady did get shot in the face, of which they'd never mention.
Ashley Babbitt
I mean,
Right.
in the throat.
And they
by a Secret Service police officer.
Right.
Had the
An
balls to
unarmed-
say, "Well, I'm good."
Unarmed white
What?
girl got shot in the throat. Not even made the news. Didn't even make the fucking news.
well, that's because of what they were doing, right?
Yeah, she stuck her head in the door in a building she owned.
Well,
Just saying.
well,
Shot her right in the throat. No weapon.
that she co-owned. Hello.
That she was let into. Just saying.
Come here. I can't hear a goddamn word you're saying because
So now they're bringing up the big story how Kamala Harris was driven within 10 feet of the bomb that the Secret Service never found until the day after.
Oh, what the hell ever.
Mm-hmm. They got video of a guy sitting on a bench outside the White House, but they didn't have video of the person that brought the cocaine into the White House. Just saying. How convenient.
What? Jesus, Gage Christ! Look at the size of that thing.
What?
Oh wow!
Spider.
It's gone, B. I just killed a spider about the size of my fucking hand.
Oh Lord, run!
It looked like a wolf spider.
I need to see guts for evidence. On
Yeah.
your other
I
phone.
just wiped them on my freaking pants, on my shorts. Want me to stand up so did
I
you see
need
my shorts?
receipts.
You know you ain't wearing pants.
His
I
hair-
haven't. I haven't had pants on since fucking April. It's not even a joke. I'm being dead serious. Well, no, I lied. I had to go to my daughter's graduation with pants on. Other than that, I've had shorts on.
You know, nowadays that's acceptable around schools, apparently.
But the thing is, right, with the insurrection,
Yeah, right, Clint?
first of all, the word they use kills me. All right, but
Excuse me, in case you heard that.
I don't know what they.
Felt good.
Obviously, they knew it was coming. They knew people were going to be there. They knew there was going to be, a rally and all that. But I don't understand if did he think his life was in jeopardy or something, and that's why he shot her in the forehead, the throat, or whatever.
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
no.
But-
She was behind a closed door with a open little window.
Yeah.
She climbed up on the back of some of her colleagues and stuck her face into the window, and he shot her right in the fucking throat. Coward.
Well,
Nowhere near where the president or any elected official would be. It's in a door in a hallway.
see, my thing is this.
Bro, have you watched the videos? They
Yes.
let them in. They
My thing
moved
is
the
this.
gates over.
My thing is this. I don't think anybody ever had more fucking what do you call it than the riots back in the '60s and the protest on the Vietnam War at the Lincoln Memorial and all that. Okay, and guess
Four
what?
dead in Ohio.
Correct. But what I'm saying to you is that they didn't crash. They didn't take shit out of the. You know what I mean? So, because whatever they did there, I don't give a fuck if they let them in or not. They still had no business taking shit out of there because that's stealing.
They didn't take shit out of there, Mike.
Huh?
It's all video proof.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just.
Mike, they didn't take nothing out of there. They did no looting,
they-
no nothing.
But they damaged the place too, right?
Just like the front door. And that was, and also it's been proved that the Washington, D.C. cops were there in the front of the pack, undercover, in plain clothes, and also the FBI was in the front of the pack in plain clothes, and also Antifa. The crowd was shouting them out. The first people to start breaking the windows and shit and throwing bricks or whatever they had,
Right.
the crowd started shouting, arrest them, they're not one of us, arrest them. It's on video.
And there's the one guy that walks up to a cop and goes, "What are you guys doing? Why aren't you stopping this?
Yeah.
Call for backup." And they're like, "Nah,"
Yeah, come on in.
because they had orders to let this shit happen.
But it's just
I mean, Trump actually did ask, like, send a thing to Pelosi. Do you want the National Guard for this? And she turned him down.
She turned it down. Nope, we won't be needing that. It's all
anyway. It's
setup.
just it's horrible the way they go at each other and the things they do to get the upper hand, and they use the American people, especially those people there, which it's the same people that lit up fucking Ohio, lit up fucking Washington, lit up everywhere else, right?
How about started a
San Francisco and
big fire in the church across the street from the White House. They didn't get shot.
Those rioting people, those people that rioted across the country, I got no use for them. I never did. I never had any use for anybody to destroy somebody else's property unless it was deserved.
Clint Gilchrist says in 1983, he thinks a bomb was set off in the White House, and that was not considered an insurrection. But anyhow, this whole new bomb story has risen to the top again. So mysterious how it just didn't go off.
They have to have the story arise because they don't want Trump president again. But
and also, it's the pull your attention away from the whole Biden incident.
Right.
Who they have on video about getting an investigator fired.
Being honest.
Let me just say something real quick. It wasn't the White House. It was the Senate bombing in 1983.
Senate?
Yeah, the Senate bombing was an explosion in the United States Senate on November 7th, 1983. Protests against the United States military involvement in Lebanon and Grenada, and the attack led to heightened security in the D.C. metropolitan area. Also, a little known fact about that, one of the people that was arrested in that 83 bombing was one of the main people of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Why is that a shock? I don't have any. I mean, even when I was a kid, I never egged a person's house, not one. I threw snowballs at the back of trailer trucks, but I never threw a fucking snowball. I mean, I never threw an egg, a snowball, or anybody. And I just didn't. I just wasn't one of those people.
Why would somebody do that? You can make a perfectly fine breakfast with an egg.
And
although Dish has killed quite a few with her 22, I've got to say.
Right.
But
he has a little something with eggs.
But that turmoil across the country and all the I was expecting it here in Boston when they had it here in Boston, and I figured, oh, this is going to be wonderful, and thankfully there wasn't any. But here's why I don't understand it. I guess the main reason I don't understand it is you're trying to get a point across, so you're going to destroy property of your neighbor who's had their business there for however many years. The mom and pop stores they burned down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the looting and all that, and so not only did he destroy their place, he stole their shit. I just never. I have no use for people like that. You know, I have no problem with fucking putting a bullet in somebody's head just with somebody doing that. I just don't, because I don't have any what do you call it, empathy for somebody that does shit like that. I just don't.
Right
I have
on.
more empathy for a drunk driver that kills 10 fucking family members than I do for a fucking person that loots. And as
Oh, they got
fucked up
those
as that
too.
sound, as fucked up as that sounds, because the person that did that wasn't going out intentionally going out to kill the 10 people. These
Right.
motherfuckers going out intentionally doing this shit.
Sorry, brother Stump. We got a full house, man.
Stump, what's up?
Hey, send me down in the basement because I'm gonna have to run into the store real quick.
No, he left already. So come back, Stump. Come back. Might have got his gander.
Right on, Clint. That fucking assassination till this day still fascinates the shit out of me.
Part of the reason Kennedy was assassinated is because the CIA and the FBI, one of them initial fucking networks, wanted to have a fake invasion of Florida from Cuba. They had it all planned out, like a bombing or some shootings or some kind of riot or something. So we would go after Cuba, and Kennedy put the shits to it.
Yeah,
Said,
well, that was the Bay of Pigs. That was the Bay of Pigs.
Right. He wasn't wrong by doing that. I mean,
but
I'm not trying to stick
they
up
were trying to get us in a war with Cuba. And now China has missile bases there, and we just let them do it. You know, especially after the spy balloons, and they know where everything's at.
But all right, let me play the devil's advocate. You don't think we have spy balloons and everybody's at too?
Well, sure we do, but
okay,
it's legal for us.
Okay.
Yeah, we got big, expensive planes that fly over and satellites.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, but allowing them just to carry on and not take them out. They shot down our U-2 planes.
My biggest problem, you know what my biggest problem is with this country? Well, one of my biggest problems with this country is
that we don't own it no more.
The way we go overseas and throw democracy down people's fucking throats that don't know anything about it. And it's like, wait, hang on a second here.
Yeah, like we're about to do.
If they grew up in a communist fucking country, go over, and let's just be that the exact same thing. You ready? It's fucking China coming over here saying, "Hey, you need to be communist." It's the same fucking thing.
Usually,
why do you do it? Why?
Usually, at least we wait till one part of a country invades another part, and then we get involved through the UN. Like Iraq was in Kuwait.
Right.
North Vietnam was attacking South Vietnam.
Correct.
Same dealio in Korea.
But
I agree with you. We need to put up a wall around our country and mind our own fucking business.
Right. I just don't get why. Like,
I mean,
we didn't need to be in Vietnam. There was no. We weren't gaining anything out of being in Vietnam.
It's a war is a money making machine.
Yeah. I get all that bullshit. You know, you're putting people to work, fucking making bombs and all. Yeah.
Whatever. We seen what happened to France in Vietnam. They got their asses kicked.
Well, so did we.
Why would we even volunteer to go over there?
You know what I'm saying?
We watched Russia get their ass kicked by Afghanistan because we helped Afghanistan. And then we turn around and we try to do the same thing. And then we had to fight the weapons that we provided.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that a funny thing how every time we go to war, we're always got to fight somebody with weapons that we provided them 20 years ago?
Yeah.
We did it with Iraq. We funded Iraq, and we gave Iraq all the weapons they could get when they were fighting against Iran.
Yeah. Well, no, the Iran, no, that wasn't that the other way around. Wasn't it Iran? Wasn't that the whole fucking problem with the Iran deal?
We supported.
Right.
We supported Iraq. We supported Iraq in that. We have never supported Iran ever.
What was the
Iran-Contra scandal? It's where
Ollie North and all that bullshit.
Yeah, where they funneled weapons through. Yeah.
In the tail end.
So about that 1983 Capitol bombing, I'm going to read you. I mean, it's kind of lengthy. Just stick with me here. says in the 1960s, 70s, and early 80s gave rise to a number of organizations aligned with the Black Power movement and Marxist-Leninism, including a female-led group known as the May 19th Communist Organization. Founded in 1978, the May 19th Communist Organization, from now on, we're just going to call it M19, okay?
No, you can't say anything with 19 on it.
First gained national attention when it took 2 guards hostage at the Clinton, now Edna Mahan Correctional Facility for Women in Union Township, New Jersey. In the process, freed Asada Shakur, a member of the Black Liberation Army. And Shakur's birth name is Joanne Chesamard, a former member of the Black Liberation Army who was convicted of murdering a New Jersey state trooper during a shootout in New Jersey Turnpike in 1973. But the M19, perhaps most recognized for its participation in a plot to bomb the U.S. Capitol. Late in the evening, November 7th, 1983, members of the M19 called the U.S. Capitol switchboard and advised evacuation of the building prior to setting off an explosion in the Capitol's north wing. No one was harmed by the detonation, which was in protest to the U.S. decision to invade socialist Grenada, but about $1 million worth of damage caused. So during the following 20-month span, the M19 continued a pattern of resistant bombings at the Israeli Aircraft Industries Building, the South African Consulate in New York City, Fort McNair in Washington, and the Washington Navy Yard. Each time the group called ahead to clear the area. One of the members involved in these attacks was Rosenberg, who was arrested by the FBI in 1984 and charged with possession of explosives. She was convicted and sentenced to 58 years in prison, but only served 16 after being pardoned by President Bill Clinton on his final day in office. While in prison, Rosenberg became a writer activist, taking on multiple leadership roles in the nonprofit sector and academia after her sentence. Today, she is the vice chair of the board of directors of 1,000 Currents, which performed fundraising and administrative work for the Black Lives Matter Global Network Project for several years.
Ah, so BLM 2.0.
Do me a favor, don't say M19.
Somebody had to help them buy their mansions and titty dancers and.
So she was on the board of directors for the Black Lives Matter Global Network Project from 2016 to 2020. Huh, isn't that funny? 2020. Wasn't that the year of all the riots for the BLM riots?
Thank God she was let out of prison.
Yeah. Who was the other one back in the day? Everybody, like Obama supported him and everything. He was Bill Ayers. He was a terrorist that was like bombing colleges and shit. Right?
Lovely.
Yeah, they let him out too.
Well, they love their shit stirs. I just found out a bunch of stuff about Charles Manson. He was on a program. He started off a regular old criminal career, minor jail terms, blah, blah, blah. Ended up in prison. While he was in prison, he got into this drug-based training thing, and which was under the name of MK Ultra. And when he was released from prison, he broke parole the same day by leaving town. He was forgiven. He broke some other like gun laws and stuff like that. He was forgiven. They found out his parole officer was pulling strings, or somebody was controlling in the government, controlling the patrol officer, letting him out. Still on the drug program. That was back in the LSD days and stuff, and brainwashing and all this crap, until he got convicted of, all the murders and stuff.
He's a sick bastard.
So another, just like a lot of the school shooters, or mass shooters, forgiven for their prior crimes, and then they go to commit more.
Oh, it's like every single one of them. Every time the news, like the FBI or the police, are like, "Oh well, we knew about him. We were warned about him."
Yeah.
Just like those two brothers up in Boston, there, Mikey. The FBI knew all about them. They were warned.
I know. You know what
You know,
I know.
nothing brings this country together like a good disaster or a tragedy.
To get your point across.
There was a 10-year-old kid that still bothers the shit out of me. So really, forgive me if I'm not fucking happy about it.
Yeah. Well, you need to be pissed at the right organization.
My thing is though.
Clint says
like
they were
Rahm Emanuel said. Rahm Emanuel said,
I lost you. So
"Don't let a good tragedy go to waste."
Go to waste.
Yeah. So that's your thing. It's like they just, that these administrations have people just sitting on this shit, waiting for something bad to happen. That way they can jump on it and use it. I mean, look, we got the Patriot Act after the September 11th.
Our Boyd, what's up?
Here's what kills me, right? And this isn't the government. This is just people and their beliefs, and that's fine. We're all believe what you want, but so those two assholes in Boston decide to do what they want to do and take the lives they want to take, maim the people they want to maim, and all that horse shit.
Or Mike, they did what they were told to do and encouraged.
I don't believe they were told
by a bigger entity.
But my thing is that that cocksucker's sitting in Colorado right now, and they already had a special hearing for him not to take the death penalty.
I thought that got declined.
But why did it even go? People went.
Because criminals have more rights than victims in this country, Mikey.
People that got hurt in that bombing went and said, no, he doesn't deserve the death penalty.
Allie Carroll, what's up?
Are you kidding me?
Hey, Allie.
I want to know if they can get the fucking, what's his name that hung himself, right?
Epstein.
If they can get to Epstein, they got to fucking Whitey Bulger. Of course, Whitey Bulger's was just a total fucking setup from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. I just seen a bunch of stuff tied into that.
Total fucking setup.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll move him during the night so nobody will know he's coming. The motherfucker wasn't in that fucking jailhouse 8 hours before he was dead.
Right. I don't know if I believe everything you're saying about that, Mike.
Anybody ever watch wrestling? Do you remember the fucking Green Hornet?
Yep.
The little guy wore the mask and he'd be like this.
Right, boy.
Yeah, Epstein killed himself, right? He hung himself. So
I don't think so. Sure? I don't think so. I got something up here that's saying that, Epstein is just like the Christmas lights you hang on your house. They're not going to fucking hang themselves, man.
But these people, I don't get it. It's like this broad Smart, not Pamela Smart in New Hampshire, but another smart lady down in South Carolina. She put her 3 kids or 4 kids in the car and drove them into the pond.
Yeah.
And killed them all, right? And so, then she's getting the death penalty in the same fucking town.
SKS, what's up?
The same people in that town that's serving on that jury, guess what they said? No, don't give her the death penalty. Are you fucking kidding me?
Death bread, what's happening?
I'll never understand the thought process behind people, because I'm going to tell you something. If I was one of those people in that fucking crowd at that Boston Marathon and I got hurt, I got maimed, even if I was just there, my ears hurt from the fucking explosion.
I'll tell you, Mike, what? a lot of them turn to Jesus and God and religion and stuff,
and that doesn't bother me.
They feel that they feel like to be truly a Christian that they need to forgive, and you know what I mean.
And that's fine, but guess what? You can't. And I get they have to move on, and I get they can't carry that hate, and they can't carry all that. They won't
Right.
carry it as long as that fucking prick is dead. Once
Yeah,
the
but
prick is
they
dead,
but
can
they
take the
but
guy
they
and
also
leave.
feel that if they support that death penalty, then they themselves aren't
Are
truly
sinners.
being a Christian person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, guess what? You know what I say? Let
Try
me
that
try.
in a small town.
Try that in a small town. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that Aldine.
Oh,
That's the Aldine song, right?
yeah.
My nephew. My son went to what do you call it last night to that stadium. Luke Combs got soaked. It's been a while since I thought about what you guys are talking about here.
So we're
Fred,
just talking about all kinds. We're bringing up
we're
anything. I
just
got
it
the
is what it is.
tinfoil
I
hat.
don't.
I'm ready to go. You bring it on, and I got.
I have a huge problem with a lot of things, and that's why I wish fucking shithead was here tonight.
Right on, Clint.
As much as people are gonna hate me for saying this, because now I sound like the people that didn't want to fucking kill the guy, that didn't want the guy to die, by what do you call it? The
See
little
me, I'm
little
kind of
stuff.
against the death penalty. That's too quick and easy. I want them to suffer.
Well, yeah, me too, but they'll never do it, Stevie. Me too, but they'll never do it. Here's my problem. In Ohio, saw the same fucking show I watched. In which did I see the whole thing? I think I did see the whole thing. Yeah,
Are you talking about the Patriots Day documentary?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I totally forgot. No. I'm talking about the two jackasses in Watertown.
Yeah, it happened on Patriots Day, which you guys celebrate up there. That not a whole lot of the rest of the country doesn't.
The only one
That's your holiday.
is Maine and Massachusetts.
The unarmed Patriots Day.
Jezza, what's up, kid? So here's what I didn't like. In Ohio, we remember us from the documentary. When right before they found him, okay, they got a phone call. The sergeant was leaving, and the sergeant says, I'll take the call. No, it wasn't the sergeant. It was the commander, right? One of the commanders, remember Ohio? And he says, we'll take that call. We're right around the corner. So they go to get the call, and they find out that it's him. And he said, we got it. Okay? All hell breaks loose. Watertown cops are there. State troopers are there. FBI is there. And they start shooting up that boat. But we all forget one thing, right? First of all, you were shit fucking shot for not killing them, shooting into the boat. Number one, you suck a dick. Now, the other thing that documentary pointed out, which I totally forgot, right, is that because there was so much gunfire and there was no return fire, he never returned fire once. Okay? He never returned fire one time. There was so much fucking gunfire. Bullets were going through fucking people's houses and shit. Missing a guy sleeping in his bed. Because it's not the country where they're fucking a half a mile apart from each other. The city of Watertown, your neighbor, you sneeze and your fucking neighbor blesses you.
Right.
And that's not an exaggeration. Look it
Oh
up on
yeah,
the map.
we talked about how many people per square mile is there, and it's like the amount of people in Watertown square mile is like the same, and like in a 1 mile, like square 1 mile, it's the same as the entire fucking city where I live in, and our city is like 10 times the size of Watertown.
Right.
So it's like cramming all these people into a 1 mile square thing.
Cause I get pretty mad about that, because I thought about that. I'm like, they just started fucking shooting. I mean, they had it out in the street with them. They were throwing. He was throwing pipe. They were throwing. He was throwing. Not they, because his brother was already dead. He killed his brother. He ran over his brother.
It was after the pipe bombs. He got in the car and took off and ran
hit his brother.
over.
Right. They were throwing pipe bombs at the fucking cops.
And having a shootout.
The cops never knew who they were fucking in a shootout with.
Well, they thought it was a carjacking suspect.
Correct. Because they stole that fucking Chinese kid's
The Chinese kids, Honda or whatever, or Mercedes or whatever it was.
Right.
Right on, Boyd.
Yeah, we're up in Maine would sneeze.
So my neighbor would sneeze, and I'd holler, "Bless you," at the door.
Fuck you, he did up in Maine. But I don't know that. But anywho, I'd be firing on you too if you were fucking throwing a pipe bomb at me. I'm talking about when he was in the boat. But anywho, that whole
I'm going to take this off for a minute just in case.
that whole situation to me sucked. That's why I like it here in Hudson, Maine. Only about 2,400 people in the whole town, counting the kids. No shit. He's got 2,400 people, right? His probably square miles of that town is probably fucking 25 or 30.
Yeah. Try that in a small town.
I haven't even heard the song yet. I got to play the song.
It's good.
See
Good
if he's
video
racist.
too.
Dish, is he racist?
I didn't watch the video.
No.
Oh, was he? I was gonna say, Dish.
Look, Dish, listen, honey.
Yes.
I know I'm not in the video, but just don't worry about it. You can watch it.
Okay, I'll look it up and watch it.
Do you
Cool, man.
think would honor my opinion of it being racist or not, Mikey?
What? The song?
Yeah.
No, because you're racist anyways.
Well,
Was it racist? I don't know. I didn't hear it.
I mean, he doesn't
Lisa, was it
mention, he
racist?
doesn't mention race at all. He doesn't mention race at all.
Well,
He says,
why is he being called a racist?
well, here's the thing, because you got these leftist people that get on their soapbox and they get on TikTok and they make these videos,
Right.
and their feelings are hurt. And the one girl that I watched, she said that, he talked about punching an old lady on the sidewalk, carjacking somebody at a red light, robbing a liquor store clerk, spitting in a cop's face, and burning a flag.
Uh-huh.
He's like, those are stereotypical black crimes. Why does he mention black crimes? I mean, what's he supposed to say? What, whitewashing checks? Embezzling money from your company? Being a politician and in charge of a budget and switching money around and hiring your friends.
Those work
That's not a good song. That's, you know what I mean? So are we now deciding what's a white crime and what's a black crime and stereotypical crimes?
Yeah, more division.
So she says that, and then she's like, then they talk about try that in a small town, and now he's inciting violence. So he's inciting violence because he's saying, try those things in a small town, see what happens to you. You better get down the road, or you won't make it too far down the road if you try that in a small town. And then she said, that's references to the days of the sundown towns, if you know what that is, right? Like black people, like back in the 60s and stuff like that. You better get out of this town before sundown, or something bad is going to happen to you. During the,
our Boyd is saying, "Oh, shut up, Ohio," in a joking kind of way.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's hard to see if it's joking or not in text. You know what I mean here? So I'm just trying to explain things to Mikey and see.
I don't know. Listen. I get this funny feeling that obviously they wouldn't have put it out if. See, here's what people don't understand, like these fucking nitwits, right? I don't know who the record company is. I'm just gonna throw one out there.
Right. He didn't write the song. Somebody else wrote the song.
Right, but I'm just saying Columbia Records, right? So I get that he didn't write it, but all I'm saying is that let's say Columbia Records and him are in cahoots with, you know what I mean? He works.
Right, whatever. Right? Yeah, whatever. Record company.
So now the record comes out, okay?
#1 selling record, by the way.
You don't think that Columbia Records has heard this before they sell a fucking single copy, right? Of course they have.
Well, here's the thing, Mike.
So here's the thing. You're telling me that now Columbia Records is in cahoots with him and Columbia Records is just as racist? I mean, knock it off. If it was a racist fucking song that didn't, or a song that's inappropriate for the radio,
as soon as the complaint
they wouldn't have fucking sold one copy.
As soon as the complaint started, CMT took them off the air.
CMT pulled the video, and I think it's mostly about the video because the song was released back in May. but the video didn't get released until like this past week. So, and when they filmed the video of the band playing, you know, the guitar solo and him singing at the mic and everything, it's in front of like a Capitol building or whatever, someplace I think in Georgia. And there's like a tower with like the bell tower on top of it, and he's got like video imagery on top of that of like flags burning and the crimes going and the riots and all that shit that happened in 2020. So therefore, he's referring to the BLM movement and then he's being racist about that.
So
but then apparently,
also Antifa was doing riots and all that shit.
But apparently, over 100 years ago, there was a lynching of a black person at that same site, at that courthouse or whatever that building is, Capitol building or whatever.
I'm sure.
But what people fail to also realize is there's also a very popular, one of the best Christmas movies ever filmed was filmed at the same spot. So is that Christmas movie now racist?
Or are people just being sensitive and looking for something?
It's just they're looking for shit. And the reason they're looking for shit is to bring shit up, and then the media is going to jump on it and just keep playing it over and over again and interviewing people. And now the whole country is talking about this fucking song. So what's really going on? Where's my hat at? What's really going on?
Wag the dog.
Oh yeah,
he's got all kinds of hats on now.
Yeah, it's falling apart. I can't. You know, I lost my hook. So. But yeah, it's
still a fucking banana peel.
What's really going on? You know, if the media is pushing this racist thing over and over and over, every channel, 24/7. You know,
divide and conquer.
Yeah. So, the Hunter Biden laptop was real. Oh, they admitted to that. They just finally had to come out and admit to that. We got cocaine in the fucking White House. Not saying it was Hunter Biden's, but maybe it was left for him by somebody else because he was hanging out that weekend.
Case was closed awful quick.
Yeah.
New evidence against President Biden about him basically selling out the foreign countries.
Yeah.
Hi, Dish. Hello, my favorite.
Hi there.
Mom's sleeping. Who cares? Sorry. So
you should have said, "Well, go wake, shake her awake, and tell her I said get up."
No, they're going to get the boys.
Go to sleep.
We're going to camp tomorrow, so I gotta.
Cool. Oh, okay.
I told her. She goes, "Dad, can Sean sleep over?" I'm like, "Yeah, as long as he sleeps upstairs with me." Dad, that's gay. I said, "Not with me. You're fucking."
That's gay. That's hilarious.
You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say gay anymore.
I can say, first of all, I say what I want to say.
No, you can't say that.
Even if I hit, even if I hit.
You're a Ron DeSantis supporter. Ron DeSantis supporter.
Okay, I don't give a rat's. See, I'm not one of these people that gives a shit. You know what I mean? I listen, people. You know, we'll be all hanging out, or the family will be hanging out. You know, Mike, that sounds kind of racist. I goes, I'm not a racist. I'm racially insensitive. Meaning what? Meaning I don't give a fuck anymore. If I want to tell a joke, I'm telling a joke. Do I, you know what I mean? Do I degrade any? No. I have fun. Stop. We've been fucking knocking the Italians and Irish and Scottish for fucking 8 million fucking years. Nobody seems to give a shit. Granted, it's not a race. I get it. They're not a race. I get it. But nobody has it. Nobody gave a shit. Okay? I make fun of one fucking Asian and I'm in trouble. If I say Jackie Chan or I say, "Oh, how are you today?" People get mad. People get overly sensitive. And you know what? I just don't give a rat's fuck. It doesn't bother me. And if people think I'm racist, well, they can go suck my dick. That's just how I look at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the views and expressions expressed by Mike DeLucia is those of Mike DeLucia and only Mike DeLucia at this time.
Well,
not true at all. There's plenty of people that believe that agree with
no,
me.
Everything's fine. He would only be racist if he said "suck my white dick."
Exactly. See, I don't put color in it. You people
You
put color in
people.
shit. I
Like the
don't
news.
put color in shit.
The
Okay?
news does it all the time. A
'Cause
black
I'm
man was
tired of
shot today.
I'm
No,
tired of people saying
actually, the news doesn't do it anymore. Have you noticed when you're watching the news and they say there was a robbery at a gas station and the clerk was shot and they got away with, an ATM
$6.
machine and all this stuff? The police are currently looking for a male from the age of 18 to 25,
I
about
hope he's white.
6'2", 200 pounds,
Can't give a color.
wearing a black hoodie, black jeans, and black shoes, driving a black Bonneville, whatever.
With
Not
an
once do they say
AR
what
style
color his
weapon.
skin was. Not once do they mention the skin color.
But we
So,
hope he's white.
right. I mean, if you pay attention to the news, when they give descriptions, they don't tell you if he was Hispanic, if he was white,
Now,
if he was black, if he was
listen,
Asian.
listen.
They just say they're looking for a male.
Now, if you're Asian,
They don't mention color unless he is white, and then they blast it all over the place.
if you're
Now,
Asian,
victims, if he's black, they will mention the color. A
If
black
you're-
man was gunned down in Chicago today
if you're Asian,
by
black, gay,
other
whatever,
men. They don't tell you the color of the men who did it.
and they get followed around a store. I told you guys this before when they did it to my nephew, and they follow you around a store. Then that's one thing. Okay, that's one thing.
Right, Clint.
But friends to speak to each other like me and my buddy did. Me and my friend right now at XPO, we do it. That's just two people having a conversation and laughing and joking together.
Well, it's like
You
the
know,
old school saying.
we're not. I'm not sitting here, and that is he, by the way, saying that we think what happened to people, the lynching, the let's go hang him because he's black, let's go do this because he's black. We never fucking agree with any of that bullshit. Okay, but on the other hand, Jesus Christ Almighty,
Yeah.
stop with the fucking.
Yeah,
People loved and veered.
Not everything's
People,
racist.
people loved and veered fucking Don Rickles. Don Rickles today would be fucking known as a racist.
And that's funny. I never heard Don Rickles say,
Sammy Davis Jr. would be called a racist.
All of them. All of those guys.
Sammy Davis Jr. would be called Uncle Tom because he used to hang out with the white guys.
Yeah.
All of those guys today would be screwed because Don Rickles' favorite word was Jew, and you say Jew today, you're getting fucking arrested.
Yeah. Well,
Now, granted, it was a different time. It was a different time, and see, my kids, they don't seem to understand that. They don't seem to understand that things were different before, and people were more outspoken when it come to race and religion and stuff like that. And I had to explain to them, I'm like, you guys are getting mad at something that happened 50, 60 fucking years ago.
yeah.
Before you even thought of, you know what I mean? Before I was even born. You guys are getting mad at shit that happened before 2 generations before you. And that's just the way life was then. Was it perfect? Fuck no, it wasn't perfect. Was it right? Probably not. But let's not dwell on the shit. Let's not, my son came to me and was like, did you hear about all the shit John Wayne said? I'm like, I don't give a fuck what John Wayne said. He's been dead for fucking 30 years. I don't care what he said.
Exactly. Well, they're going to ban all his movies now?
Right. I don't give a shit. I never liked John Wayne that much anyway, He's like, oh, I thought you were a big John Wayne fan. I said, well, no, not really. I mean, I would prefer to watch Clint Eastwood movies over John Wayne movies,
The thing is, if you deny your history, you're going to repeat it.
Yeah.
That's why
history is a reminder of the things we did wrong that we don't want to repeat, and also the things we did right that we should repeat.
What, Stevie?
Look at Germany before World War II and the brown shirts and the Nazi Party and how they used the Jews for the bad guy and the source of all their troubles.
Yep.
what's going on now. It's conservative. It's the white guys. Pick your enemy. There's all kinds of them.
So, you want to hear something funny, Steve? We have a baseball pitcher, been retired for years. All right, Kurt Schilling. Okay, pitched for the Sox. His last team was the Boston Red Sox. All right, made some bad business deals. Blah 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 blah. They're talking about him going to the Hall of Fame. They're killing him on Twitter last year. Last year, because he's an historian. He loves history like I do. So he collects things. You know what he collects? War memorabilia from World War II.
Yep.
Okay. And so because he does that, people are deeming him a racist.
Wow.
There was somebody
That's not
else
right.
about
That's
the
not
same
right.
time. There was another celebrity about the same time that whole Kurt Schilling thing was going on. Was at a fundraiser or something like that for some political thing or something like that, and he was given a speech or whatever, or interview, and they were at a World War II museum, and there was like a Nazi half track behind him in the background, a museum piece of a vehicle from the war, and he was standing in front of it, talking about giving donations to this certain group of whatever it was. And I don't even remember who it was or what it was. But the next day, the fucking cancel culture was like, oh, why would he go and give a fucking interview in front of a Nazi war machine?
Right.
Why would he do that? It's unspoken. He must support the Nazis. He's anti-Semitic. All this stuff. It's just like, he's at a fucking fundraiser at a World War II museum.
It was part of the war, you fucking people just don't get it.
It's just like the Democrats in Washington, and not all Democrats are bad, just the fucking libtard ones.
Just the fucking, what do you call them? The radicals.
Everything they preach against, they're talking about, Trump being racist and Trump being this and Trump's against the country, is everything they stand for.
It's called projection.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Good word.
Well, you don't say much, but what he does say.
Good word.
Okay, Dish, what makes you want to crawl under the bed at night?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Meat covered in mayonnaise.
I wish life was that simple.
Dish, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Meat covered in mayonnaise.
No, sorry.
All right. Meat covered in mayonnaise in the shanty.
All I can think of is the smell and the congealing and...
Oh, and it was cold. Forget about it. That should be on me like glue, huh?
A big gob of it accidentally falling in the ice fishing.
All right, Dish, you have to make a choice.
Water, separating slowly. That rainbow grease film. Oh, sorry, I said rainbow.
You have to make a choice. We're holding you to it.
Okay.
We're holding you to it. You have to pick one. Ice shanty partner for one night. Mikey covered in mayonnaise, or me covered in potted meat?
Oh, Lord.
Guess who's coming to Steve's house?
Steve's not part of the equation. It's just...
Hey, I'll give you a better one.
Oh, Lord, I couldn't choose between potted meat and mayo.
Mikey covered in mayo, or a week with MJP?
Oh, God, mayo any day. Mayo, potted meat, you bring it on.
So she doesn't hate mayo that bad.
They're not teaching history.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
I don't know about that. I mean, it depends on the school district, because my mother-in-law was getting all over the boys about they're not teaching history, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, what's this then? He pulls out his history book. He's like, we're learning about this. We learned about the Revolutionary War. We learned about Civil War. We learned about, the Civil Rights Movement. We learned, he's like just naming all these things. He's like, we learned how, and then he's like, then we have a government class too. It teaches you, the different branches of government, who's in charge of what and all this stuff. And she's a boomer that likes to, blame the younger generations for all the world's problems that her generation started. You know what I mean?
Right. Clint, mayonnaise is dishes kryptonite.
Right?
Except for on special occasions.
Oh, Shalisa, come on now.
Hey, you showed us. It's all your fault. You
Oh yeah, I did eat a big spoonful of that one night, didn't I?
right under
You ate
your
more than a spoonful.
Gotcha. Yeah, I forgot about that. I might have been under the influence that night. Who knows?
Well, that'll coat your stomach and protect you. Arf. Everybody's thinking about the last time they threw up now.
Right.
It's a bitch.
I think the last time I threw up that I wasn't like sick from like a flu or something. I can deal with that. When you throw up from the flu or being sick like that, that's one thing. But when you're like throwing up from like because you tried to kill yourself with alcohol, that's a whole different type of throwing up, man. That's your body trying to save your life by getting that shit out of its system.
Then why does it eject your shoes up through your body and out your mouth?
Do what? Was it do what?
Yeah, you ever puke so hard that you swear your shoe came out of your mouth?
Okay.
That's alcohol puking. And then you're praying and making promises the whole
Yeah,
time.
I've talked to God on that big white telephone many a nights when I was younger.
And your brother Ralph.
I made so many false promises to God, telling him if you just get me through this, I'll never drink again. I'm probably still. I mean, I know I'm already going to hell for some of the memes that I share and stuff, but
the memes.
I was probably already going because of the lies I told him when I was drunk and throwing up and promising not to ever do it again. And then 2 weeks later, I'd be doing it again.
Different alcohol though, because you didn't want a hair.
Oh, is that what? So if it's a different alcohol, if you just get me through this, I'll never drink tequila again.
Yeah. So next week it's vodka.
Yeah.
I can't even smell whiskey these days.
I have to agree with you on that one, Boyd. They are teaching history at my kid's school, but I'll be damned if my youngest, if you ask him what time it is and you show him a fucking regular analog watch like this one, he fucking stares at it for like 3 minutes, like trying to figure out, and he just starts giggling and he looks at you because he knows he's so. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, you can't be that dumb. I'm sorry, he's my son, but
you're not dumb if you're not taught.
Right. So yeah. So I had to, but you know what? We as parents, I think I failed them as a parent, because I probably should have told them how to tell time way before they even went to school. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, my youngest one, my youngest one was a little behind. He had speech problems when he was little. He didn't talk, and he communicated by just like pointing at shit and stuff like that. Now my oldest, that little fucker wouldn't shut up.
Well, how'd you traumatize him, Dad?
Yeah, but my oldest was reading like second and third grade level books before he was in kindergarten. He's a different caliber. He doesn't get that shit from me. I'll tell you that right now. He's I guess he's always been told. Well, he hasn't been told. We've been told by the schools and everything that he was gifted. So all through from kindergarten all the way up until he hit his junior year in high school, he was all fucking straight A's and a gifted child and a pleasure to have in class, and all the teachers loved him. And then fucking COVID hit, and then he grew his hair long.
Girls.
And started listening to fucking thrash metal and shit, and then he just didn't care about school anymore. Yeah, man, I was just like, and then he's like, he wouldn't do his work and shit, and then they would do it. They give him a test, and he would get 100% on the test, and they're like, teachers are like, he's passing all the fucking tests, and fortunately for him, school, that's all it is the state wants you to pass these tests.
Yep.
If you can pass these tests, they put you through the system because that's what they want. They want a percentage of all these students getting this type of grade on these tests. They don't care about your normal schoolwork and stuff and what you're learning, but he already knew a lot of this shit. He would always say, I'm so bored at school, Dad. There's nothing, they're not teaching us anything we don't already know.
COVID was nothing but a big momentum killer. It shut this place down. Everything. Big Dog Leather, what's happening, bro?
Hey, big dog, big log.
Hey, big dog.
Hey, big dog.
The leather kind.
If you're out there, Jay Watt, I got your message.
Jay Watt's always out there. We just being antisocial.
Right.
Yeah, I told the school to help my son out, like do some tests on him or something because he's struggling somewhere. And they say, well, he's 12th grade math, 12th grade reading, 12th grade this, 12th grade that. He's a genius. Okay, but are we going to cover his challenges? Turned out he's got something that makes him socially blind and he misunderstands social cues.
Yeah. Now, see, I have a niece, and she has Asperger's, but she's very high functioning. You know what I mean? Very high functioning. She drives. She goes to school up in Minnesota or Wisconsin, Minnesota. She goes to school up in Minnesota and everything. But when she was younger, all her issues is a little bit of OCD type stuff. When she sits down, she has to have her fork in a certain spot. The food can't touch on the plate, all that kind of stuff. That's all normal stuff for that person on the spectrum or whatever. But she could never comprehend certain social things. Like if someone told a joke and everyone started laughing, she didn't know if it was funny or not, but she would look around and see everybody else laughing, so she would give a little fake laugh. You know what I mean?
The doctor would ask my son, what's your mom feeling right now? Well, she's angry. No, Alan, that's passionate. Enthusiasm, getting confused with that, too. Social blindness, it's real.
You know what I think sucks? Is that the kids that have these disorders, whether it's autism or anything like that, right? And then these fucking companies, these doctors, and they label all these kids, other kids that don't have what these kids that are fighting for certain things don't have, and they're not getting because they're telling everybody. Now everybody's on a spectrum. Well, listen to me. Not everybody can be on a spectrum here. Okay, the kids that need it and the people that need it and need that stuff. Why are you? They make it so much harder now. You know what I'm saying? My wife's.
Well, they used to push everything on these kids because the schools would get more funding from the federal government if they had more kids that were autistic or on some type of special program or something.
My wife right now is doing like a summer school program, and she's got like 4 and 5 year old kids, and every one of them have autism. Every one of them. And she's cool. She's in a public school system, right? City of Lowell, and everything's fine. I guess last week, kid walked in, and she got the file, she got all the stuff that she needs to know, anyways, and the aide is talking to him, and everything's fine, and everything's just perfect, right? And so the director of this program that runs the program was talking to my wife, and my wife's got like 3 aides with her, and not even like was never tested, never anything, and
cool.
Bottom line is there's no issue. No, get your ass out of that fucking seat and put somebody else that needs it in that seat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do they do that?
There's a lot of coddling going on.
all of us are very close in age, we'll say, okay?
Except for Steve.
And
Yeah.
Well, this Steve. That's Steve.
Yeah. But
why can't I get my finger going the right way?
How many, when you went to school, when you were growing up, how many kids in your class were allergic to fucking peanuts?
Not a lot.
Zero.
Oh shit!
I told you the story. I had
What happened?
One
What
kid.
happened?
We had one kid allergic to milk or any dairy. He couldn't eat.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you do that? I don't want you to sit beside me.
It's all fucked up now. I just like messed my eyes up. I was like,
we had one kid. He was allergic to dairy, and he got to bring a fucking Coke to lunch.
Yeah, that's just because he was a fucking sugar. He was a sugar addict, and his parents didn't want to fucking deal with it. So they said he was allergic, so they could send Coke with him.
Are you done?
No, I'm just fucking rattling on, man.
Because he came to my house for a birthday party when we were kids, and it was a mess. But anyway,
he had some ice cream with his cake, and then threw up all over your fucking presents and shit.
More than that, my mother thought it was going to die, so it was bad. But
a lot of the allergies right now are getting blamed on, and it's a proven fact, chemtrails that the government has confessed to. It's the aluminum they're using, this real fine particulate aluminum, is making everybody hypersensitive to their allergies.
Barium too, as well.
Yes, and barium.
But I mean, I feel because my kid, my oldest son had it too. With the Huntingtons, they had the part of the OCD and all that. And, their food can't touch, and I'd play with them about it. You know what I mean? I told you guys. I'm like, when I found out that the food can't touch, I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna have fun with this. But they seriously, till this day, my son's 25 years old. He will not eat shepherd's pie. She won't make it because it's his food's touching.
Ooh, that's something I haven't had in a while. Thanks for the idea.
Lisa said my shirt's outdated. Where's she at? Where'd she go? She got a problem with my shirt?
I'm right here.
You stop at McDonald's?
What's wrong with my shirt? It's
not outdated. It's vintage.
Vintage.
It's not even.
New.
Do you want me to go back?
It's a year old.
Worry.
I got it when I went to see Motley Crue. It's a year old.
I get it.
You never told me you wanted one. I would have stopped.
Is that before tape recording all their music and just faking
Oh
it?
no. It was one of the worst concerts. Like,
Who's
let's
that?
see. I'll tell you. I went last summer. It was Joan Jett opened up. She was fucking awesome. She stole the show.
Joan Jett and the Blackheads.
Yeah, and then Black Hearts. Joan
Black
Jett stole the show. It was awesome. She sung. It was just great. Poison came out.
Absolutely,
All right, have fun.
And did a great job. Poison was awesome. I was like, wow, I really enjoyed the Poison.
Talk to me.
Then Def Leppard came out.
Yeah.
And Def Leppard musically was really, really good. But then Joe Elliott, he's not, he's fucking old, dude. He can't hit all those notes anymore. But you could tell that they were using like tracks, he wasn't singing everything. And then we're like, okay, and we're waiting, like 20 minutes or whatever between the act. And Motley Crue was the headliner that night. And they came out and they absolutely fucking sucked the biggest dick there on stage. Oh my God. Dude, Tommy Lee's like playing Home Sweet Home with the piano. Dun, 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 dun. Throws his hands up and you hear dun, 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 dun.
No.
Oh, okay. So what is he playing with his magical dick or what? How's he playing piano with his hands in there?
I heard it was magic.
Yeah, but Vince Neil was just terrible. It sounds like he's an asthmatic trying to catch his breath between the words, and he doesn't even sing the whole word.
Half a sentence.
On one side.
I'm going to see.
Holding
I'm
the
going
mic.
to see.
It's just like, oh my God, it was the worst concert that I've ever been to for a major band.
My daughter's taking me to go see for my birthday. She's taking me to go see Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
I forget who she's with. She's Stevie Nicks and who the fuck? Brianna. Who's with Stevie Nicks? Billy Joel.
Oh, okay.
Billy Joel. But
Yeah, Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks is on a tour right now.
yeah,
That might be-
I'm going to see him in September for my birthday.
But it's expensive as hell, man.
Well, hey, you know.
Well,
it is
Joe
what it is.
Jett.
I'm
Joe
saving all that
Jett-
money for not going to Ohio to the Patriots game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, fucker. Joe Jett's touring with Bryan Adams right now. They just played here, and I heard that was a hell of a show.
Sure it wasn't Rick Astley?
Oh my God!
Never gonna give you up. That's Rick Ashley, right?
It would be Rick Roll.
We were playing a trivia game today, and it was see if you can name the famous 80s song by just the first lyrics. You know, just the first line of the song.
Never.
And no, it was. Here's the thing: it would give you 4 choices to pick from. So if it was like, you know, Highway Run, you know, you're like, oh, it's Journey, right? But they would give you 4 Journey songs to pick from, so you had to figure out which Journey song it was.
Oh, that's the hard part.
So when you get down to like the 25th question, it was like 25 questions, and it was like, we're no strangers to love. And I'm like, what the fuck song is that? And I'm like, oh. So they pull up the 4 songs. And they're all from different artists. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it not the same artist like all the other questions?
Right.
And then I was like, oh, never going to give you up. Fuck. I said, we just got rickrolled on a fucking trivia game because they.
Rick Ashley. Never gonna give you
Hey, anybody mentioned that on that one video that they just put out?
Yeah.
One person didn't have a clue. They're like, oh, it's Gunpowder Beauty.
Come on, Dish.
Was it her or somebody else? I don't know. Somebody messaged me and said, well, when are you going to finish the video? I said, it was a freaking joke. You just got rickrolled.
You want
They're
to?
like,
I did a Rickroll, and I think I did like breaking news, must see Glock, Gen 6 Glock released or something like that. And when you clicked on it, it was never going to give you up, never going to let you down.
He had more songs than that. Bad.
But yeah, so I got rickrolled on a goddamn trivia game this morning playing it.
Aw.
yeah, right, Boyd?
Yeah.
Right place, right time.
Some people live their dreams.
Who the fuck's Jelly Roll?
He's good.
Okay, please don't say Jelly Roll ever again. Please, I'm begging you not to say Jelly.
Jelly Roll.
Stop.
Jelly Roll.
Steve, if I tell you what
Come on, baby.
if I told you, you'll never say it again yourself. But hey, Ohio. Want to bet I can make Dish laugh?
Oh, dude, no one can make her laugh as much as I did last night.
Well, let me tell you something.
Look at that! I just made her laugh by just bringing it up.
Let me tell you something. I know you're the only guy I know that has a chat at fucking midnight and expects people to be there.
I don't know. Back in the day, there was this one person used to put them up around midnight, 4 o'clock in the morning, whenever.
Not me. 11 o'clock, Ohio and I used
3
to
to
start.
6 days a week.
11 o'clock, Ohio and I used to start.
So how you gonna make her laugh?
Oh, so anytime you want to make Dish laugh, like if she's in a silent mood or something, right?
Silent mood.
You just say something to the effect of, when there's a school shooting or there's a hit and run and some fucking kid stole a fucking city bus and killed 15 people, and then what's the first words out of the mother's fucking mouth? But he's a good boy. He's such a good boy.
Really?
Yeah. He was turning his life around.
Yeah.
His shirt off his back.
This was his last drug deal to put his daughter through college.
Yep.
You got a video message.
The one he hasn't seen in 15 years.
Good luck with that, Ohio.
Gunpowder sent you a dirty messenger
Well, you
video.
don't think it's gonna be
Well,
clean
I'm
there.
looking at it.
Well, share with the class. Come on now. Hey now. Hey
How
now.
Yeah.
did she do that?
How'd she do that?
That's talent right there. Let me tell you.
Does it have anything to do with beats?
Oh, I got to turn the volume up. It's a big fat guy smoking a cigarette.
With tattoos?
Yeah, is that Jelly Roll? Is that who that is?
Yeah, Jelly Roll was on Joe
Good music
Rogan.
though.
Oh, he must be like New Country.
He was a but he was a dirtbag turned good guy.
Okay, I'll have to watch that later. Full
He
thing.
fought some demons. Did his time in jail. And
I'll
then,
give him. I'll give him a chance. You know, I'll give a chance. I don't like too much of the New Country though. I mean, it's like
he's not really
you
new
can check mark.
country.
You can check
Yeah,
mark
no.
New Country. Like just all you gotta do is like, okay, look,
but he's not.
Dirt
but he-
Road, Skull
He's
Can,
more like
Bud
Alan
Light.
Jack.
You know, you can
He's-
just check mark all those things, and every fucking New Country singer sings
Yeah, but
about the same
Ohio,
shit.
stop
You're
talking.
not listening.
He's not that.
He's more like Alan Jackson.
He's
fucking-
more.
He's
He's
like
a
right,
little hip hop, a little rap, a little
early
country.
'90s, late
Oh,
'80s.
well, then I won't like it at all. Then
Okay,
you'll
he's
like
not. Listen to me. You're not going to get
You'll like him 'cause
1950s country
Gunpowder
back
told you.
ever. So don't even bother looking for it. Split the fucking difference and go to late '80s, early '90s, and like what you're going to get.
well, I listen to what I listen to. I get on my Spotify and it plays my fucking Hank Williams Jr. It plays my Jamie Johnson, and you know, and it plays Merle Haggard and George Jones and George Strait, and plays what I like.
George Strait's
I'll
cool.
just give him a listen and shut up.
Well, I'm just saying.
Hey,
But what I'm saying is like all these younger country songs.
No, it ain't country. It's rock and roll with country lyrics and an
Do you
accent.
know that George Strait's not in the what do you call it, Grand Ole Opry? He's not a member. George
I know,
Strait's
boy,
not a
Jim
member of the Grand
sounds
Ole
neat,
Opry.
too.
Do you want to know why?
Because he never wrote any of his own music, or what?
No, it had nothing to do with it. Because he wouldn't move out of Texas. Because you got to do 100 and something shows at fucking when you become a Grand Opry, whatever the fuck you call that fucking thing.
Sweet dreams, Allie.
Good night, Allie.
You rock, Allie.
When you become, what's his name? Hey, Swamp Donkey. If Pierre was there, he'll tell you this.
Swamp Donkey, what's up? You snuck
You got to
in, bro.
do like 112, 115 shows a year at the Grand Ole Opry. So you got to live close, obviously, right? That's a lot of money. 112 shows. I'm not saying he doesn't have it. Still a lot of fucking wasteful money, and he wouldn't do it back in the day because he wanted to live in Texas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
It seems like a lot of fucking shows. You don't see the other people
yeah.
there.
No, I watched the whole documentary on him.
Who?
Yep. On
George Strait.
And he's really good
I thought
friends
we were
with.
talking about Jelly Roll. What the hell?
He's really good friends with Alan Jackson. And Alan Jackson actually took what's his name under his wing too. It wasn't Aldine, it was the other one. What the fuck is his name? The tall one. He's about as tall as shithead that goes out with Gwen Stefani.
The one who dumped the hot chick for the hot chick.
Oh my god. He dumped fucking a young, beautiful fucking
Miranda Lambert.
Dumped
For
Miranda
Gwen
Lambert
Stefani.
for an old fucking sea hag Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani is not a sea hag, dude.
She's fucking a year older than I am.
That was one of the best shows. I took my daughter to go see Gwen Stefani.
How old is she? How old
God,
is
that was a good show.
56, 57.
She ain't
How old
that
is Gwen
old.
Stefani?
I think she's 54.
She's 30 something.
Yeah, don't mess with this.
She's 53. Gwen Stefani is 53.
This
All right.
wins. Ding, 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 ding.
But anyway, Alan Jackson took the tallest one under his wing. The taller guy. I always forget his name. But anywho.
Blake Shelton. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah,
Well, Blake Shelton. Well, that's the one that's the one that's with Gwen
Yeah.
Stefani.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's got a new song out with her. She's in the cowboy boots. And fuck you, you skank.
Hey, back in the day when she was with No Doubt, oh my God, she was so cute.
She's a skank. Always
All
has been.
sweaty, all sweaty and flat chested and stuff.
Fucking Cher at 90 looks better than she does at fucking 50. Come on.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Are you kidding me?
Cher's one of the ugliest fucking women to ever
Oh,
walk
hell
this earth.
no. We're not talking about Chastity. We're talking about Cher.
I don't think it's Cassidy anymore.
Chastity, isn't it? Chastity.
Like
Chastity.
Chester or Bob or something.
Miss Chaz.
Yeah, that's it. Man,
She's
you
got
are
about
up in
no
it, Dish.
fucking
You're
way,
so
sweetheart.
quiet and you know everything.
Listen to me. She is such
Chime
a
in, girl.
fucking skank. Who's the chick that Blake Shelton cheated on Stefani for?
You
Miranda
just,
Lambert.
2 minutes
Miranda
ago.
Lambert. Have you seen Miranda Lambert? Look at that woman.
Yeah, she got fat.
Who
She's like-
cares? She's
You
got
never know, though.
she's got beautiful
He
eyes.
probably spent more time with the girl he's with now because he was on the show with her, and than he did with his own wife.
She's got no boobs whatsoever.
It's not always about the boobs, man. She probably has a great personality.
Gwen Stefani is not hot, Swamp Donkey. She's a fucking bath bag.
You're the only one on it, like
Let me tell you something.
the eastern part of the United States that doesn't think that Gwen Stefani is hot.
She's not.
Well, he does live in Massachusetts, so
No, it's got nothing to do with it. Listen to me. Listen, if you know anything about me, if you know me, you're right. You're supposed to know me for how many years? She's not my go-to.
You don't like blondes. We know it.
It's not having to do with blonde.
Mike's
She's not
more
she's
in
not,
the roast beef kind of gal.
she's not my go-to
Kind of thing.
whatsoever. There's way more fucking women, way more fucking hotter than she. Fucking what's her name back in the day? Angelina Jolie. Any day of the week. Gwen Stefani, Angelina Jolie. Oh, not even a contest.
Damn,
not even
Quint.
a contest.
I thought I was a little over the top.
Woo!
Are you kidding me?
2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh man.
Yeah, thanks, Ohio. I'll never ever forget that. Holy shit.
And you got to keep repeating it about once every 6 months too.
God, I really don't give a shit. He's still
Trying to get
fucking
it out of my
dumped
brain.
her.
Well, it doesn't help when you keep.
Swamp Donkey said, "You gay, dude? It's okay."
I'm gay because I'd rather take what's the name over fucking Gwen Stefani. That makes me gay.
You gay dude, it's okay. Hey, it's your whole month.
I'll take Joe on Facts of Life over fucking Gwen Stefani.
That
any day of
was
the
last
week.
Oh no, I couldn't do that. I mean, maybe Blair, but not Joe. Joe's
Oh.
fucking too
The
manly.
girl next door, dude. Are you kidding me? Come on. Are you kidding me?
I kind of dated a shit don't stink Blair kind of person for a while. No, Ohio, it's not
No,
good.
it's not.
No, but
It's
I'm
the girl
just saying,
next
That
door.
gets old really quick.
Who would you rather have? Gwen Stefani that's going to eat a fucking half a tomato, half a cucumber, and a half a piece of fucking lettuce for fucking dinner? Or do you want Joe next door who's going to, Joe from fucking Facts of Life, who's going to go out
Choke down the
hunting?
bacon cheese.
She's going to go, yeah, she's going to go hunting with you and fucking drag the fucking, you know what I mean? Who do you want?
hey man, I didn't say
Seriously.
anything about feeding these bitches.
Fuck Gwen Stefani. She's a fucking skank. Make me throw up in my mouth. Oh my god! I think I'd rather have fucking Gunnuts wife than her. No, just kidding.
Gunpowder said,
Just kidding.
this is the Glenn Stefani and tall, dark, and handsome with the cowboy boots. He said, Gunpowder said they were getting divorced and bonded
Yes.
over both of their marriages falling.
Yeah, they didn't
Guess
cheat on it. They didn't
Guess what?
cheat or anything.
He kicked her to the fucking curb. Either way, it doesn't matter. How do you leave a hot smoking blonde like that? Totally fucking.
Probably because they were both never together, out touring at opposite ends of the country.
Yeah, they just grow apart, man. Bitches be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
What-
I wish,
what-
I
what do you
wish he'd
say?
go apart with Gwen Stefani and have Gwen Stefani just go away because she's.
Mike, what do you say about long distance relationships?
Oh, they never last. I told you that the first time. You didn't want to listen to me.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, when I was with Brittany for a long time, and we
Thank you,
didn't see
Clint.
each other 'cause she was recording albums and shit, and then she ended up with that fucking Kevin Featherline guy, got pregnant by him, married him.
Oh,
on
there's
a,
the other one. Hannah Montana. Take
Oh,
her.
it really hurt my feelings, man. I broke my heart when Brittany fucking left me. You know.
See, I'd rather take Hannah Montana over fucking.
Hannah Montana.
What's her real name? What's
God,
her real
how many
name?
times you go to Epstein Island there?
What's her
Mikey?
real name?
I can't think of it right now. Sorry.
Miley Cyrus.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Miley.
Take her over what's her name any day of the week.
I love that woman that toured with her, that gigantic black woman with the biggest butt.
There you go, Clint.
Oh man, she was so cool. I'd only watch Miley Cyrus just to see her dance. She was something else.
Are you talking? Oh, what is her name?
Real quick. What the fuck are you smoking, Mikey? There is no way in hell that Cher or Angelina Jolie is hotter than
Are
Bonnie.
you kidding me? You're not old enough to remember Cher back in the day. Cher back in the day
I
was
have
an
YouTube. I've
absolute
got all of her fucking songs. She was hot back in the day, but that was
Listen to me.
back in the day.
Listen to me.
Back when Sonny was still alive.
Listen to me. Cher at 53. Okay, first of all, had a top, I think number 1 song in the fucking whole fucking nation.
Holy shit! It just hit me like a ton.
And
of
she
bricks.
sat on a cannon and said, I got a cannon for her. She sat on a cannon.
I think she was 43 in that video.
53.
With her son staring up her backside. By the way,
53.
How old was
It's the one where she was in the leather thong looking like
Absolutely.
Released June 1st, 1989. The most memorable part of the rock pop song, many of the accompanying the video, which features a 43-year-old Cher.
Okay.
Shalisa.
So she's still fucking hotter than when Gwen Stefani ever thought of being.
I just figured out the big connection between Mike and Cher. Actually, Mike looks a little bit like Sonny Bono did, so he's got a chance.
I got you, babe.
Seems
Besides,
like
let me tell you something. Who looks better on a horse? A brunette with hair down or an ass? Or a blonde fucking douche skank looking fucking Cuban?
Well, if you add the skank part on there, it kind of takes away from the blonde.
Oh, no, sorry. She can't hold Cher's fucking panties.
Listen, I've seen how Cher acts. I wouldn't want to fucking hold her panties.
That meat rag.
And let me tell you something. Neither one of them can carry fucking Princess Diana's fucking panties. How's that sound?
Now you're talking.
Princess Diana makes Gwen Stefani look like a fucking
See, I thought
leper.
Princess Diana was ugly, to be honest with you. I didn't like her.
Lie.
She's like the girl next door, okay? And plus, she's got the fucking word princess in front of her name. You can't sit there and compare anybody else when you got someone with the name princess in front of it.
Okay. I don't know her name. I don't know her name or the other.
She owns it to
Do you remember the 80s movie? Do you remember the 80s movie with that song, And We Can Be Mannequin? Do you remember the movie Mannequin?
Yes.
Kim Cattrall.
Is that her name? Kim Cattrall is 10 times fucking smoking than fucking Gwen Stefani.
Oh,
come on now.
No way. Kim Cattrall went like, whoop.
Listen, okay.
I'll give you another one. Sharon
Stone.
Sharon Stone.
Are you telling me, like, come on, man? Come on.
Real quick.
Oh, don't make me throw up. I just had pizza.
She's beautiful in that video.
Yeah, you know what? Her dick is coming out of her fucking dress. So
You want to sit there and talk about how gorgeous certain people are. Why don't you look about how they feel on our constitutional rights?
I don't care about. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Is actually important, and then tell me if they're still attractive.
Because Ohio.
I don't care about that. He lives in Massachusetts.
No, shut up. That has nothing to do with it. Ohio said
He's
when I
been
said to Ohio,
programmed.
when I said to Ohio, I'll take Joe because I'd rather go hunting with her, and not take somebody to dinner that has a fucking. I ain't feeding the bitch, right? Well, I ain't. Not only are we not feeding the bitches, we're not talking politics. So I'm just there. She's just eye candy to look at. Okay. So I don't care about who's leftist, who isn't, who's this, who's that. I don't care. Here's what I care about. How good do you look right now?
Listen,
Okay.
when it comes to who I want to have on my side, if shit hits the fan, or, if I ever decide to go in between some girl's thighs, I would much rather know that they're not afraid to pick up a 45. So I'm going to stick with Miranda Lambert and Gwen Stefani, and you can go suck
I'll
dicks
take Miranda.
with
Honey,
Trump votes, and we'll see who ends up on the other side.
listen to me.
And
I'm with you.
thank
I'm
you,
with you.
Gunpowder. I just got a killer picture in my mind.
You know what? You know who's better than all of them? Who's better than all of them?
Who?
Susanna Haw from the Bengals.
No, not even close. The girl that
Walk like an
who's the
Egyptian.
girl?
Oh, walk like Egyptian when she looks back and forth on that video. It
Who's
just
the girl?
Like
Who's the girl that has the poster? She's in a poster with a New Jersey Devil game shirt on and a hockey stick, and that's about it. She used to play on well, not Danny DeVito. Who's the guy that played in Taxi that had the TV show? No, the Italian kid.
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss? Who's
Tony
the little girl?
Danza.
Who? Right, but who's the girl that played on his show?
Alyssa Milano.
Oh, any day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Ugh.
Over Gwen Stefani. Now,
I
How
used
to
to
Beauty,
love
listen to me.
Alyssa Milano until she opened her mouth, and then it was like.
You know what? I'm gonna go bark
to these
I'll be
women.
right back.
Looking at them.
You can ask my daughter how many times I watched the seasons of Charmed over and over and over.
Hey, Clint, I used to get made fun of because everybody that I knew back in the day had that famous iconic poster of Farrah Fawcett in the one piece. You know that when she looked wicked awesome, and all the guys had a picture. All the guys I knew had photos of her on with that picture, except for me. I had Sharon headdress. I had Sharon headdress on a horse.
Yeah. Heather Thomas was another one I liked.
Oh,
Remember her?
Absolutely beautiful.
From the Fall Guy?
No,
Yeah.
I thought she was on T.J. Hooker.
No, that was Heather Locklear.
Oh, I like Heather Locklear better.
Her too.
Yeah.
We all know Dish's favorite.
MKP?
Going for an afternoon run with the shorts on.
You talking about Magnum PI?
No.
No, I'm like, because that's the only shorts I can think of.
Hey, is Whoopi Goldberg still married to him? Or is she married to him?
To who?
Magnum PI.
No, never.
Boy,
Never.
Boy, I didn't.
She was with Ted Danson.
Boy, I didn't do. What are you talking about?
I just seen a picture of Whoopi and Magnum, and it said something about her husband.
Who cares about Whoopi?
I don't.
Who cares?
He's too far left for fucking Tom Selleck, man.
She was
fucking
so
pro-gun, Republican.
She's so ugly. That's why she's gay. And she's probably fucking.
Yeah, she's gay, and
she's probably fucking sucking Robin Williams' ball bag. Well, not anymore, but you know what I mean.
Well, she married to a white guy. I think Whoopi's married to a white guy.
Probably.
Whoopi Goldberg's husband.
And what kills me about Whoopi Goldberg, she owns a gun.
Yeah.
And she doesn't stick up for people that own them.
Whoopi Goldberg was married to, from 94 to 95, Lyle Trachtenberg. From 86 to 88, David Clayson. And from 73 to 79, Alvin Martin. All
deceased.
You know what? All white guys. And then she gets on that fucking show every day and bashes white people. And she's been married to all white guys.
And has a gun.
The deal to become a cast member on The View, you've got to be a fucking hypocrite about everything.
Yeah, she reminds me of you.
Swamp donkey.
That's one.
His face froze at that.
So here's the thing. Those are my Oh, I can sit here all night long and name my Mount Rushmore of women that are much better looking than fucking Gwen Stefani ever thought of being. Okay, because she's a fucking wannabe. She
Yeah,
ain't
she was
shit.
she was with Ted Danson from '90.
Really lit a fire under my.
I'll take fucking Marsha Brady over fucking.
Ah,
Marsha.
everybody knows James better than
Oh,
Marsha.
Kidding me? I'll tell you what. Go ahead, argue me with this one. Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island.
Got me.
Okay, good. See,
100%.
Gwen Stefani can't be that hard if I'm changing people's minds.
You didn't change. I didn't dump Glenn for Mary Ann.
Yes, you did.
No, that's one of those. You've got two hands. Why not have two girls?
What?
Well, you
Ginger
might
and Mary Ann. Both.
Yep.
Thank you.
You might as well throw Sally Field in there too. Then.
Why are we finding our guns?
While I'm thinking of it, her name was White, not Vanna.
Betty
White. All day long. I had a feeling you'd have to get a saddle and some reins for that one.
Vanna? I wouldn't. I'd let her park her shoes under my bed for a night or two, but you know.
Yeah, she'd be trying to.
I let Joe Facts of Life shoes all week long.
Absolutely. Joe from Facts of Life. She's
so hot. Oh my gosh.
She's awesome.
Clint says Dawn Wells.
Yeah, that was Mary Ann. That was her name, Dawn Wells.
Yeah.
Yep. R.I.P. Betty White.
Carmen Electra, very hot broad.
I would have done Betty White up until the day she died.
Yep. Just out of respect.
Just out of respect.
Oh, it's just a fucking. It's just a.
I love it.
Oh, what about?
That's the ultimate flex. Hey, who's that guy there? Oh, that's a guy.
You'd have to let her,
hey, here's where.
Wait. You'd have to let her climb on top and ride your side saddle so she wouldn't break any bones.
Here's where.
You just pop her on the thigh and you go, girl.
Here's where Swamp Donkey and Gunpowder Beauty are gonna throw up. What about the mom from Tool Time?
From where?
Mom from Tool Time.
Ooh, I don't know about her, but I would do the mom from Everyone Loves Raymond.
You got my head shaking for Tool Time, Mom.
What is wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Ray's
Patricia
wife.
Heaton's fucking hot.
Ray's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh no! What about the one with Kevin James?
Oh, Leah Remey? Fuck yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I would even help her escape from the Scientology church to fucking get a whip of that shit.
All these women are way
even when she was chunky, she was hot.
You know what? I got one for you. She's a classic. She's a classic.
Sure.
You guys remember Entertainment Tonight? Mary Hart?
Oh my God, yeah. All night long.
Oh, dude, I'd crawl over a mile of broken glass on my hands and knees and listen to her part over a phone.
Do you know? This is true.
You know, you're all just empowered. These women.
No.
Just like now we got them.
True story. This is a true story. It was in the news and everything.
Buffy, good one, Shalisa.
She, somebody thought it would be a great idea for them to sit behind the desk. All right. And then people started calling in and people started writing in saying,
I don't know. You got to see them fucking legs. Why do you think Fox News has the highest ratings?
And they said, they wanted to see Mary Hart's legs. And guess what? They got rid of the fucking desk. Boy, I'm not going off the rails.
What happened to the whole conspiracy thing? We were rolling so good on it, getting angry.
Somebody mentioned Gwen Stefani and being pretty or whatever, and I just gagged my mouth.
Sure lit a fire under your ass.
Hey, here you go.
Oh, she's such a skank. Can't take her. She is such a skank.
My daughter, the chef, created that.
Cool.
It's duck. Parsnip.
That looks awesome.
Duck parsnip and what?
Orange sauce. Isn't that gorgeous?
I bet that's good with orange sauce. That sounds good.
They're
Why
like, we were just fucking around at work. It's like, God, you need to make a poster out of that.
Yeah, but now I'm hungry.
Right?
All right, Mike. Gwen Stefani or this chick?
I can't. Can you blow him up? I'm blind.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. I know that name. Can't think of the face.
Hey, Stevie, put him on present, please.
I'm scared.
Who that? Who is that?
That's Mrs. Ohio Wolverine. That's the only woman I love.
You would take Gwen Stefani over her? What's wrong with you?
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, yes, you did. And the next time I talk to her, I'm going to tell her that you said that.
No, I asked you, would you do Gwen Stefani over her?
I wouldn't do Gwen Stefani over anybody.
Over anybody. See, you do like her.
No. Gwen Stefani.
We got you.
I heard
got
it.
you.
I heard it.
All right, I said it wrong. I misspoke. Do you ever misspeak? Listen to me.
Lonnie,
I would.
Heard that.
All right, you ready? You ready? Here's the only way to get you to understand how I feel about Gwen Stefani. I'd suck a dick before I go be with Gwen Stefani. Wow, the place goes quiet.
Yeah. Okay, I got a question for you.
Nobody knows what to say now.
Would you rather suck
10 dicks one time or one dick 10 times?
Yeah, one. Would you rather suck 10 dicks?
A 19-year-old at work. I did this to them. I work with 3 19-year-olds at my part-time job.
Ohio, you had me at suck, bro.
And I said to him, I go, hey, let me ask you a question. His name is Delby. This one kid, Delby.
Oh,
hey,
2 votes for Lonnie.
I go, hey, Delby, let me ask you a serious question. He goes, what? I go, now all the guys are around, right? Now, let me ask you a serious question. He goes, what? I goes, would you suck one dick 10 times or 10 dicks one time? He goes, oh, one dick 10 times. He goes, oh, so you're gay.
Yeah,
goes,
that's a commitment right there.
He goes, why am I gay? He says, because you're doing it 10 times. You like it. He goes, but what if I took the 10 dicks one time? I goes, that just means you're a slut. He goes, oh, and he drove off. No, he never says anything like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, I'll see you later. Bye. So I say to the other two, I go, he's your friend. Talk to him. Get it out of him somehow. But talk to him. I says, because any other Lonnie Anderson, absolutely, this guy is good one.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Oh man, I forgot about this. I got this.
Stranger.
I think actually it's a Pink's a good one too.
This is when I got pinned from my comrades at Antifa for the Antifa rally. Look, man, check this out.
Oh Lord.
Oh Jesus. Look at that. Hi, Hitler.
That was a great time back when I was with Antifa.
That's a bus driver hat. Everybody knows that. We all seen the honeymooners.
Right.
No, what it was is everybody got in our group that we were hanging out with. We were at like a swap meet trade show type thing, camp out, get drunk.
Meet. Where were you in Florida?
No, we were in Ohio. But one night we were doing a little drinking, and we decided everybody, because we all had golf carts, right? And we had 25 minutes. 25 minutes to spend $25 or less on a hat to come back and who gets the best hat. Well, I think my buddy there, Dale, won because he got a Bowling Green University band director's hat, like the marching band.
Yep, you'll never be able to run for office. Just saying.
Ooh,
ow.
I think Pink's beautiful.
See his cat. What happened? You're still looking around.
I see it. made an appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, Susan Day. There's another one. Susan Day. For those of you who remember Susan Day. Julie Tews from The Love Boat.
The blonde.
Yeah. Yep. Susan Day was the girl on Partridge Family.
Mm-hmm.
She was a sister, right?
Yep.
And then she went on that show with something L.A.
LA Law.
LA
All right, Mike. Hold on to your scrotum there, buddy. I'm about to say a name. Get ready for watch Mikey.
Tish Bronson. I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh shit, I used the last name.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, all day, every day.
One of Mikey's favorite.
All day, every day.
She the one that was on The Fog.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Was she in
No,
Fog?
I thought Jamie Lee Curtis was on the Fog.
Yeah, well, she was too.
Jamie Lee Curtis banged the guy that picked her up. Wasn't it? What's his
Yes.
name? And, hey, what's your name? By the way, what's your name? And I'm like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, Adrienne Barbeau was in the Fog.
Yeah, she was the disc jockey.
Yeah, the disc jockey.
That she was up in the lighthouse. It's up in the lighthouse where the radio station was.
Sorry, guys, I had to pee, so I got cake.
There you go.
Nice.
Made total sense.
Peeing's overrated.
I mean, when there's other people.
Boyd wants to know what you're doing with your floor. He sees tape and paper.
Oh, that's just covering the new hardwood floor to make sure I don't scratch the shit out of it with a box and a staple. You can eat cake on chats because it's quiet.
So this motherfucker's going to actually eat in front of us. He shows us what his daughter makes, teases us with that, then leaves and says, let me come back with a fucking carrot cake.
It's actually banana nut bread, but I didn't want to say it out loud because Susie made it.
And I'm all mad because my daughters didn't stop. I
like banana.
Camera girl loves McFlurries, and I thought they were going to stop for a McFlurry.
But do you guys like zucchini bread? I like zucchini bread.
No.
Love zucchini bread.
No. I like fried zucchini.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, fried eggplant. Fried eggplant.
Oh.
I like fried zucchini.
If you take eggplant, right, and you got that son bitch like 1/8 of an inch, right, and you put that in a batter, you saw that in your frying pan.
Make it crunchy.
No, just nice and and then you put that between two pieces of bread. I'm telling you. Oh.
Ooh.
Thanks, Boyd. I think it turned out pretty decent. I'm just trying not to put wear on it until I sell the house, And my living room right now is full of shit. Get ready to go out in the truck and go up north.
What was that, Chalisa?
I said, damn, Steve. Takes a lot of guts to show a mess like that.
Hell yeah.
Did you see what's behind me?
Don't count.
Do you see what's behind me?
None of you going to pass chat etiquette.
Oh,
Chat etiquette. What the fuck is that?
Oh, you don't remember that? You remember me telling you that story? You don't?
The boxes?
No, we had a chat before the chat one night. Listen, Dish will attest to all this. We had a chat before the chat one night. Okay, guys, listen. You can't be on Micah D. You can't be on another chat while you're on my chat. Because it was catching me going on fucking gear. Because I love him to death. Ratted me out.
Yes.
Told him I was on your chat with Saturday Night Guys.
Yeah.
And then that same off-air chat before we had a chat, she pipes out with, you won't. Who'd she use? Dish Gun Nut as a reference?
I don't remember.
But she used somebody as a reference that, you see how that's a hot mess. Now, we can't have that on the chat. So if you have that on the chat, you'd have to have a white sheet or a black sheet behind you so nobody can see your mess. That was, listen to me, you ready? You ready? That was the last Jamie time T.I. ever went on. The T.I.'s haven't been back. I was dying. I'm like, who the fuck are you to tell me that if I can't put my, you know what I mean? I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Shut the fuck up. Were you there the night I called her a bitch? I know Dish was.
Dude, I wasn't there. You guys did Jamie time without me for like fucking 4 years. You know what I mean?
You had to be there.
I was part of the original crew, and then I was gone. I was like the first one released from my contract.
You had to be there the night I called her a bitch. And I didn't say it like in a mean way. I said, how that's kind of like being a bitch, ain't it? Oh, you're being how did I say it? Something about you being a real bitch or something like that. And the whole fucking place went quiet. Like nobody said a fucking word. Kind of like when I said I'd, suck a dick over, banging Gwen's body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that was pretty shocking.
Place just went. Bloop.
Right.
And
I mean,
like, Johnny messaged me in the thing. Well, that ain't right. I go, what? I'm like, are you kidding me right now? She wants an apology. Stop.
That's how I used to judge my etiquette on there. If Johnny showed up in the chat,
all the shit I put up with,
then I know I screwed up a little.
Well, we're just picking, Mike. We're picking.
Johnny used to be on the chat every time too, though. Yeah. And then he distanced himself from it. When him and TR started doing their, what was it, the conundrum or whatever?
Yeah.
That was a pretty decent chat. I like that chat.
Yeah, I wonder if she yelled at Johnny for having his own chat.
Never got an invite to it, though, I think.
That's because Dick was always at, what's this? 7-Eleven, getting a slush for us.
Yeah, right.
Hey, where's Dish? Oh, it's down to 7-Eleven getting me a slush. What about her? I hope she's going to get her own slush.
Don't break my Keurig machine.
Steve.
It worked fine, but Dick tried to clean it.
Well, I bought her another one. I bought the first one. I bought the second one.
I'm sure you did.
Of course you did.
Okay, let's change the subject. I'm getting mad.
All right, back to Mikey sucking dick. So,
Jesus Christ, you suck one dick or a cock sucker full of.
Right? Yeah.
Well, they don't call me Steve the Bridge Builder.
Right, exactly. You
built one goat. Yeah, it did a little bit there, boy.
Hang on, I'm still tripped up on this. I'd rather suck a dick than fucking Gwen Stefani. I mean, that's some hard shit right there, man.
That's a showstopper right there.
Yeah, that's definitely a show. I'm like rethinking.
I obviously wouldn't do that, but I'm telling you right now.
Be hard to get it up.
I would. It would be so bad. It's like, dude. Look, I know she's a skank, but I'll close my eyes and hold her by the ponytail. Let's get this over.
You know, it would be this fucker's luck too that he would run into her somewhere on the street.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And
Take
just
her right to the curb.
Yeah, and me, we'd just be like, "What the fuck were you thinking, dude?" He's like, well, and I'm like, "Well, fine, here, suck this then." You know what I mean?
Or you hear, "Hey, Mike, get over here. You want finished."
Listen, you want to keep going? There is plenty of wrestlers that I take over her. Lita, fucking.
Oh, dude.
Trish Stratus.
Mickey James, fucking weakness.
James, Stephanie McMahon.
Boy.
I'll take them all over her any day of the week. I don't see this video.
Hey, Stacy Keibler, man, she had the longest fucking.
Stacy Keibler. There's
ever.
the other one. Oh, it'll take you all night just to go up and down them legs.
Actually, it may be just very, very nicely edited. The one repeat little snippet over and over and over
Over and over again.
with some good porn
Hey,
music behind
hey, Ohio.
Yo,
I'll be on the new open saying, I'd suck a dick before I do the TV's new open.
Oh, it's going to have a little chicka chicka suck 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 suck.
What is wrong with you?
And then right after that, you're gonna have a little clip of Gwen Stefani singing, "I'm just a girl."
Yep. Suck a dick, dick.
She is just absolutely nothing there. She was way too much makeup. She looks dead.
Of course, with Mike's channel logo flashing the whole time.
You know. Nope. Nope. I'd rather do Natalie than her. How's that sound?
What was the house mother, Mrs.
Garrett?
Mrs. Garrett.
Do Mrs. Garrett too.
She was fucking nasty in bed, dude. She was
love Mrs. Garrett. She was
You
so
get
nice.
over here right now.
begging for your life, man.
I said you weren't finished yet.
Type of woman that would fucking whip you with that damn ruler too. You know what I mean?
And the sister on what you talk about, Willis?
Dana Plato.
Dana Plato.
Talk about a skank. That was a skank.
No, she just had an addiction issue.
Usually, most skanks, they become skanks when they have an addiction because they'll do anything for the drug.
But you know what? You're right. But exactly. But that's part of the disease. But at least she had an excuse. What's Gwen Stefani's excuse? Nothing. She's just ass butt ugly and she's a skank.
He's not Mikey D's type.
Not even by a long shot.
Not near enough roast beef in that picture.
She's way too fucking skinny. You know what I mean? It's like, hello.
Mr. Garrett.
You know what I mean?
Glenn.
You pick her up, she'd be like, whoops.
How can anybody find that sexy? That grosses me out so bad. Is it just me?
Fun.
Yeah. Hey, fun.
John F. Kennedy Jr.'s wife, smoking hot.
A long time ago, I used to work at a sub place that served foot-long subs. I'm not going to say what they were, but
Jesus.
And I got fired.
Right on, Boyd.
Because I kept putting my dick in the pickle slicer. But that's okay. She got fired too.
Was that high school girl with braces?
Bump.
She was the girl who used to slice the pickles every day, and then we'd go. Never mind.
No, I got it. I'm trying to add to it.
I'm just saying, I got fired.
Was this before or after Jared?
Oh, this was before Jared. Yes.
So you were still a little boy.
Yeah, how long ago it was? If you guys remember when you went to Subway, you remember we like I still work there, cut the bread out like a boat.
Yep,
yeah,
I remember
with
that.
little knives.
And then you put the meat in it, and so it made it look like it was a bigger sub than it actually was.
Oh, that was the best way to make them, though, man. They didn't break in half and squirt out the side.
Yeah, but you know how many fucking times I cut this part of my hand right here doing that cutout with that boat thing? It's like, shit. Well, I got to throw that bread away. It's got blood all over it.
Okay, easy, Ohio. I might give you might kick in your PTSD or whatever.
Thanks, Fawn. You stay safe.
PTSD.
The ones we used was like they had a black handle, but
The same one, Steve.
they had like the serrated edge on the bottom,
Yeah.
and they had a weird tip on it.
That's for the listen to me. That's for an orange peel.
Oh,
Am I
maybe
correct?
that's where I got that one.
All right,
Well,
Stevie.
So
That's a Stevie. That's a paring knife. The one you just had in your hand, and the one with the little ridges on the top is to shave a orange peel or a lemon peel for cooking.
like that one, but shorter.
Well, that's just a regular fillet knife.
No, it was a bread knife. It was just a short bread knife. If you know what a bread knife is, I'm looking at Shalise
Bread
and she's
knife.
shaking her head. Yes, it's a bread knife.
Yeah, and it has teeth, real wide teeth on it.
You know, I saved my mom and dad's bread knife. It was, you know, a real bread knife.
Yeah.
That fucker still cut your arm off in a heartbeat.
I got one upstairs.
Got the
My
little
wife's like,
teeth on it.
My wife's like, "Oh, I can't cook steak." No, there's big teeth on it. My wife's like, "I can't cook steak. I can't cut my steak with this knife." I goes, "No shit, it's not meant to do that."
It's a bread knife. The one I got has little fine teeth on it. But holy shit, well, you hit your finger with that, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, it'd be like fucking getting a blowjob from a cheese grater.
Again, the girl with braces.
Right. Let me tell you something. You never want to do that with either with a girl with braces, because if she's bad at it, you're getting a piece of skin caught on her wires. It's all over. Fucking all over.
I had that skin removed when I was.
You don't want her tossing your salad. You don't want her doing anything like that. You know what I mean? You just want to stay right here. Don't move.
You had that skin removed.
Stay right here. Don't move. Don't move.
Yeah, I seen Ryan Hall saying something about a scary looking arrow and big red shit coming up our way.
Yeah, the other day. Yeah, you guys are getting killed, and then you're going to give it to me, you prick.
He's mellowed out way too much.
He doesn't do this no more.
He doesn't do none of. I mean, he's way too professional now. It's like, dude, you're killing me here.
Yeah, I love them.
Turning out, you're getting to be a boring weather guy, just like all the rest of them. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
No chicks with braces.
No chicks with braces.
You know what? In my life, I have no more respect, no higher respect than a girl with braces who knows how to control them. Like kissing a girl with braces and they don't get in the way, that's a talent.
Yeah, it's called fucking wax.
No, without big chunks of wax in your mouth.
I think he was saying it's easier to wax than have her remove all your hair.
Oh, that was back in the 70s. Oh, we survived the jungle, thank God. Welcome to the jungle. That's what he was singing about. He wasn't singing about no city.
Gotta find it to try to find it.
That's full length, baby.
Back in the day, fucking pussies had sideburns and shit.
Dudes weren't no better. Porn was just a mess. It's like, oh my God. Look. Go watch some old vintage porn now, and it's like, oh my God.
I'm listening to a comment today on TikTok.
There's that.
And she says,
don't worry, it'll grow back.
she goes, "Hey ladies, I'm telling you right now, if you have a stepson, whatever you do, don't get caught in the dryer."
Or when you're making the bed,
don't ask for help.
Don't get your big ass diamond wedding ring stuck behind in the couch, or you're putting the fitted sheet on the bed. Don't get your hand stuck back behind the wall.
I'm pissing myself laughing.
Fuck the shit out of you real quick.
I'm pissing myself laughing, and my wife says, they're not referencing something that I'm thinking they are referencing. Goes, oh yeah, they are. Yeah, the good old days when water was free and had to pay for porn.
Yeah, right.
I've got some old VHS porn tapes, and
Oh Lord.
they've got the original price sticker on them, $69, $89.
Wow.
You know, when I was in high school, we had a little mom and pop fucking VHS rental place, or whatever. And I was the only one of my friends there that had a fucking card to rent the movies, right? And we went there and we got like 6 movies. I think you get like 8 total or whatever for like a 5-day period or something.
Yeah.
And we got like, you know, a couple scary movies and some shit. I think a Sandra Bullock movie or something like that. But then we got Madonna Truth or Dare. Do you remember that? It was like a black one.
Champagne bottle.
And I didn't even realize we got it because it like got pushed behind the back of them, fell behind the TV. And I took like all the movies back and just dropped them off. And then I got like a phone call like a week later saying I didn't. And I'm like, I never fucking rented that movie. I don't know what you're talking about. So I fought with them for like 5 fucking years, right? And then when we were moving, we moved the TV away from the wall because we have one of them big giant console TVs on the floor models, you know?
Yeah, it takes
TV. I found the fucking tape. I was like, holy shit. So I took it down there. It's like, hey, this was behind our TV or whatever. And he's like, well, you're not allowed to rent here. I wasn't allowed to rent there forever, right? Because they told me I had to buy a new tape. Well, the whole point of the story is they told me that this tape was like $89. And I was like, bullshit. I can go to fucking Media Play and get it for like $12. You know what I mean? I'll go to Media Play. I'll buy you a new tape. I'll bring it in. There you go. We're even. But they're like, no, it costs $89 because you got to order it because it's a different tape than what you get. Bullshit.
Yeah.
It ain't no different.
Bullshit.
I used to like going, and you can walk into. We used to have the little room for porn by itself, right? So it had a little
with the little gates on it.
Oh,
No,
no,
it had little,
like the beaded curtains to get back to the porn section.
no, it had the saloon doors on them, right?
Okay.
So I walk in on the saloon doors, and who's in there? My fucking history teacher, my fucking English teacher. And I'm like, are we doing this for class or what? They turn around, they're in shock.
That's awesome.
I'm like,
Classic
relax, it's
moment.
porn.
Hey.
Jesus Christ, who cares?
I was just going through boxes out in my garage that had been packed forever and going through them and repacking to make them smaller and threw away a shit ton of VCR tapes. It's like, holy Moses.
What's a fur burger? Yeah, I'll show you.
We had a VCR rental place that if you walked up to the counter, you had to ask for can I see the book? And they would reach under the book and you'd flip through the book and you didn't have any like covers of the videos or anything.
Brown
You
paper
just
bag.
go by the fucking names.
You know what was scary? I went to one time and that dude creeped me out by he knew every porn tape that was in the store, like by heart. Oh, that one's got a great, bus and a dog scene in it, and this one's got a great so and so scene in it. Like, dude.
Boss.
Redneck
and dogs.
What's up?
What's up?
Missing all the fun, man.
Yeah, we were talking about Marilyn. Speaking of vintage, we talked about Marilyn Chambers last night.
Yep.
What about Linda Lovelace?
How about Linda Evans?
Steve,
Did Linda Evans ever do porn? Please tell me she did. Please tell me she did.
No. You know who?
About porn,
you know whose name used to be? You know whose name used to be Linda Lovelace? I mean, whose last name used to be Lovelace, and she changed it.
Gwen Stefani.
No, here you like country music, old country. It's
I've
old
met
country.
2 Linda Lovelaces in my life.
What was her name?
Who?
She used to duet with When she first came out, she used to duet with Vince Gill.
I just said Patty
Patty
Loveless. I just said it.
Yeah, but her name's really not Loveless anymore. It hasn't been. That's her birth name. She doesn't use that anymore. It's Patty something else, isn't it?
No, it's Patty Loveless. Her name's Patty Loveless. She's been Patty Loveless since she's been on the scene.
Yeah, but wasn't there
not Lovelace, Loveless.
Oh, okay. But she changed the name, though, right?
No, I think she married a guy. Her first husband, who she had an alcohol problem and was addicted and stuff like that. Her first husband was like something Loveless.
For, no food, no snacks, no nothing. All right.
Almost bedtime, Mike.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, that was like a 5-minute pointless story. That was just mean. I'm sorry. Dish made me do it.
Yep.
Debbie Does Dallas.
Yeah, that was my ex-wife's nickname. Debbie Does. Only if I knew then what I knew now. Wait.
Does everybody else?
That's like kind of saying, don't you know who I think I am?
Yeah, right.
An international YouTube celebrity.
Clint says, I watched my first porn the other day. Amazing how young I looked back then.
Right. I rented a porn DVD the other day, and I brought it home. There was nobody home, and I went and stuck it in the fucking DVD player, and I pushed play. And I'm standing there watching, and all it was a fucking fat dude holding his pecker in his hand with a thing of lotion, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I realized the TV wasn't even turned on.
That's called preparedness. You at least got to wait till the credits go through, for fuck's sakes.
Right.
Otherwise, you're done 5 minutes into. Well, that way you don't have to buy as many porns.
Speaking of being naked in the living room,
dude, I seen a meme and it said how picky I am, and it was like this guy and it was like Pornhub, and it was like talk about how picky he is to find the right video to jack off to, and it was like the search page or like what page you're on. It was like 12,976 something. He scrolled to that many pages to find the
Jesus
one.
I got to scroll through that many. It's like I'll see you later.
Yeah,
I've done lost interest.
the mood after looking for more than
Shit, half the time I don't even get to click the video. Just the little fucking preview gets me, and I'm done.
That's what I'm saying. That saves you money on porn. You've been watching the same porn tape for 14 years.
See, Dish, Ohio's getting to be just like me. I'm done. Get out.
all over.
There's the door.
Yeah, money's up.
I don't know. It's getting pretty bad around here, Mike. My own hand turned me down the other night.
Well, listen. You know why?
What
I'm
you got too, buddy?
going to tell you why. Because two reasons. You're not doing this, or you're a righty or a lefty.
I'm a righty.
Good. Take your left hand. Number one, it feels like somebody else is doing it. But then, if you want, you can make a little face. I can't put my left hand. You can put 2 eyes, a little bit of lipstick.
Night, Boyd.
Nothing like making love to a Muppet.
Right.
She did flan the other day. Yes.
There was like
Night,
a
Boyd.
fucking TikTok video, someone like giving a demonstration to their it was like
Have a good night, Boyd.
like a set of tits with a waist and a vagina and an ass. And it was like latex rubber, and you'd like just set it on the desk or whatever. And the guy was like smacking its ass and like spreading its cheeks and like pinching its nipples. I was like, this is the shit that's on TikTok. You know what I mean?
And you get off on that?
No, I'm just saying he was just giving a demonstration of it. Like I was like, what the fuck?
He's watching the
And then I was like, well, where do I order one of those at? That thing was pretty cool.
It's so lifelike. It's like, no, it isn't. It didn't slap me back.
Right. No, it got a head on it, so it doesn't sit there and bitch and telling you you're doing it wrong for fucking 20 minutes.
Flan, don't be that person. We're talking about porn. You don't bring up somebody's wife, for Pete's sakes.
Yeah, she does. She won't even come on the chat. You think she's gonna do porn?
Good night, our boy.
That's too creepy.
Speaking of good night, I gotta go because I gotta.
Gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to camp in the morning.
Camp. What?
I gotta go clean. I gotta go clean up the lot so I can bring the trailer up. So I worked all fucking weekend long. Jesus Christ.
Right on. Hey, be careful. Not too many months ago, you were complaining about how much you miss going to work.
Oh, it's not that.
Remember?
No, I know, but it's just a hernia. It's killing me. I got 70.
Shuffling right along, boys.
I got 71 hours in this week.
Wow.
Well, you know, both jobs, you know, but
Right,
71 hours. You know. She said, "Why are you
Have a
tired?
good night, brother."
Why are you tired? Why are you tired, Michael? Oh, I don't know. Because 71 hours to me is nothing at 56 years old.
Oh, she's so supportive.
92 degree heat. Oh, don't worry about it. You know, you had 0 retired. What?
0 hours. She's retired.
Yeah, but did you do dishes? You're a woman. Gotta go.
Oh, come back, Mikey. No. Aw.
Oh, he's still there. He muted. Oh, now he's gone.
Couldn't figure out how do I shut the damn camera off.
What does?
Me too, Flan. Although I did do an Amazon delivery, a couple of them last week. I needed cigarette money. Oh, I am never bored, Clint. I work harder around the house than I ever did at work. So I'm trying to make up my mind. I was looking in a couple of Home Depot, Menards website, trying to make up my mind on a water heater, tankless or the old style with a tank.
I don't know too much about them, but I heard those tankless ones are really fucking nice.
Yeah, but they got a lot of, like, you're only supposed to run treated water through them.
Oh,
because they heat up so fast, it causes all the scale to drop out of the water, and they clog up if you don't.
save yourself the trouble. Do what you used to.
Yeah, do the old style. You know what? We had a tank, a hot water tank, and then we had like this reserve tank that, like, once the pipes came up and it went over, there was like a reserve tank that filled up and stayed warm also.
Yeah, super insulated.
That was pretty convenient. We never ran out of hot water. You'd have like 7 fucking people taking showers in the morning and still never ran out.
Why don't you get one of those outside wood stoves, Steve?
Thank you, Flan. You know, I was thinking about that, but the cost for them is quite high.
No.
For the nice stainless steel ones. And when you fire one of them up, it actually creates its own pressure.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. It's a neat concept, but I would like to make a homemade one. Like a 50-gallon drum and then put a panel halfway through it.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the summertime, you're lighting a fire.
Hey,
so
is your generator strong enough to, if your power goes out, to run a well pump?
Yep.
Okay. I remember when I was a kid, we had well. well water, and when the electric went out, of course we'd lose. You'd only get what was in the pipes, and then, you weren't allowed to turn the water on because you'd drain the pipes down to nothing, and then Dad would bitch at you. But remember, we had a generator. So anytime the power went out, the first thing we did was kick the generator on for the fucking well pump.
All right. Fill up the toilet.
That's one thing I like about living in town. When the power goes out, I can still turn on my gas
Yeah,
stove.
if you got city water, you still got, yeah.
Yep. Right on, Flawn. You know, a lot of people aren't letting people put up tiny houses no more. They don't like you saving money.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
worries.
I've noticed there's a lot of towns too. Like if you have solar power or whatever, they'll like fucking sue you because you're not hooked up to their grid.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with old style. Pound for pound, they're about the same price. BTU per BTU.
How are you going to heat the house? Are you going to have?
Mainly wood stove, but I do have a fairly new furnace there, so it'll be propane.
Okay, propane.
Yeah.
Are you going to have air conditioner or like a window air conditioner or anything like that, or?
Not till you and Dish come over, and then we'll fire one up.
Yeah. I'll bring my own window shaker if that's what it takes.
No, we'll probably have AC. Probably where we're building the house though is on the shady end of the property, so we probably won't even need it. I'm going to insulate the living crap out of the house.
Well, that's what I was saying. You could probably get away with just one of those window air conditioners instead of putting
Probably.
like a house. We had, when we lived in the ranch house, we had it was a pretty big BTU, but can't remember the exact number, but it was a big ass window air conditioner, like the biggest one we could find, right?
Right.
And we had one in the front of the house and one in the back of the house because it was a ranch house, 3 bedrooms in the back, and we never turned the back one on. We ended up taking it out of the window and selling it because we sold it to a buddy of mine because that one window air conditioner in the front room was able to cool down the whole damn house.
Right. This. Let me get my poop together here.
And I'm spoiled. I grew up my entire life until I was like fucking 19 years old without air conditioning. And the minute I moved out on my own, my dad put fucking central air in the house and bought a riding lawnmower. I was like, you motherfucker.
Figures.
He used to, because he worked third shift a lot. So during the day, he had a window air conditioner in his bedroom. And when he was at work at night, I would sleep on the floor in his bedroom. That house, it was up on a hill, and they were like, "Oh, when we built it, they were like, oh, we're going to have screen doors through the garage in the front and the back and everything, and you get some good wind flow up through here. You won't ever need an air conditioner, Oh, fuck that! That house was like a goddamn sauna in the summertime.
You got to be down low if you want to be cool. Up on a dang hill, you're going to cook.
Right. And plus, the new house is going to be at a weird angle, mostly east and west. And we usually have a west wind, so we'll be able to open the doors and windows on the end of the house.
Have one blowing in and one blowing out.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Entire screen. They changed screen share. Whoop. Hold on. This is a preliminary. Come on. Preliminary drawing. Oh, now it won't pop up.
Clint said he waited till I left so he could afford it. Yeah.
Hold on. There. You see that?
Yep.
That's a preliminary.
Cool.
So we
which
want
one of those is my room? The one in the back of the house, or the one to the closest?
those are in front, right there are the guest rooms.
Well, I mean, the one closer to the one side, or the one closer to the living room.
The one you fart in first.
Pardon that.
Also, this one is closer to the kitchen. Just
Oh, that's mine. Dibs.
He's got dibs on that one.
But that's preliminary. I want a big open living room, open dining room, and an open kitchen. So this would be like.
So that kitchen, is that right there? Is that more like a countertop then, where you get the big L shape, or is that?
Yep, countertop.
Okay.
Times. Hold it 3 times.
So
There you go.
that'll get me in the ballpark till I can get my permits and shit. Okay, I got a quiz for everybody.
I didn't see gun room anywhere on that map, on that layout.
I was just going to quiz and say, did anybody see the secret gun room?
I think it was off the living room, right?
I was looking as close as I could, but I couldn't make out.
Is it off the living room?
Be next to the living room.
Wouldn't that be off the living room?
Yeah.
Damn, didn't know I fucking married it.
That's what I was thinking. Redneck Prepper was the boot room.
The boot room. Yeah, I just threw the boot room on there because everything was off kilter, and I had to equal it up.
What's that?
Don't like building off kilter shit. That'd be the boot room where we'll have the electrical box and shit, because there's a new code. You got to have your electrical box 6 feet away from any water. So that'd be the electrical room. And hunting clothes, winter storage, blah, blah, blah. Hootie and the Blowfish. Ohio suitcase.
Top so she can do her own chats.
Do what?
Said Susie's laptop so she can do her own chats.
Baking chat.
Kind of reminds me of
Mr. Cool DIY.
implant.
So he lost one of her implants.
It does, doesn't it? Look.
Yeah. Here's a can you can crush.
Is it empty?
Yeah, it was empty.
What up, Gear?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see a dish.
I meant for Shalisa with her implant. She could hang it and she could hit it.
Wow, that's the most lifelike hanging implant I've ever seen.
It's a tiny wobble.
Can you smash a pop can with your titty?
That's what I'm talking about.
If that breaks, it is going to be hilarious.
There we go.
I have seen that video.
Right on, Gear.
Yeah, I've seen that video. Hey, Shalise, put it right in the middle. Be like fucking the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. What's that?
Total Recall.
Triceratops.
Wait, yeah, that don't look right.
It's not the tumor.
It is a tumor.
That's actually that would be perfect because you'd be like nom 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 nom.
I just got a rise. I got a leg foot from that. Do that again. Oh God.
What was it?
That's how I used to scare the kids.
Yeah.
What Cheech and Chong say? Cheech said they're making that E.T. Eddie Torres, the extra testicle, or whatever.
Hey, Gear. Hey, Abigail.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't want to go tiny house. I mean, efficiency in the cabin's cute, but when you're living in it 24/7, you be under each other, especially Yeah, with two people, you'd be under each other's feet all the time.
Yeah.
Could you get up and move so I can get the foldable sink out?
See, no, I wouldn't want to do all that. I wouldn't want it to where you have to like fucking build Lego houses and shit in order to change shit around. You know, oh, I want to watch TV, so now I have to fucking fold my bed up and put my bed away, and now pull my TV down and set my couch up. I don't want to do all that shit. I just, you know,
Right.
You'd have to have rules like no shitting while I'm cooking dinner because it's just gross.
it'd be like living in a fucking
This
camper.
is just gross.
It'd be like living in a camper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a camper. So if I want a tiny house, I'll just go stay in that for the weekend. They're neat and practical for the right person, and I think they're cute and all, but not everyday living. A week long up north or something, sure.
Yeah. But the ones that get me when they're like, "Oh, you got the upstairs and you climb up these steps," but
Yeah.
then there's like about a 2-foot space that you got to crawl. I'm sorry, but when my big ass gets out of bed, I got to stand up and do one of these numbers before I can even walk. I'm not crawling out of a bed and down some steps before I can.
Oh, Clint's got it. You just got to keep the woman outside. Make a nice covered porch with a lounge chair.
How many freaking storage units would you have to rent?
Yeah,
I'd
I'd have to get rid of everything I own. Break it all down to one pistol and one rifle and one shotgun.
One
Fuck
night.
that.
Store your guns for you. Don't worry. I'll store your guns for you.
I'd have to throw away like 14 of my 200 knives.
2 hand towels, couple washcloths.
Hey, I just ordered a knife today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was 49 cents with joining Temu or whatever.
Did you gotta pay for like $10 worth of shit before you can get that?
No, I got free shipping. Everything was. I got a 49-cent knife. I bought a rubber grip for a pistol. The whole reason I even joined because the splatter targets, they got like 20 of the bigger splatter targets. You got 20 of them for like $5. I'm like, fuck, you can't beat that. So they'll probably be like this big when they come in the mail.
Matchbooks.
Right. But, it says they're like 9.5 by 15 inches. So that's decent for indoor range shot or whatever, splatter target.
Are you kidding? With the Creedmoor, that's a 4,000 yard target.
Huh? Yeah. Well, I mean, I was I was hitting 12 by 12 steel plate at 600 yards with it. So, and that's with that cheap ass fucking Amazon.com scope, you know, a
Right,
12.
And I've already thrown away like whole like rolly trash cans full of shit. Stuff I really didn't, I guess I don't need my mom's lampshade from 1928.
Yeah. Oh, what else did I get? Oh, I bought one of those goes on the buttstock of your gun with like the cheek, it's like it holds your ammo on one side and then it like straps down and it's got like the pad, it's like tactical.
Yeah.
I got one of those.
Tactical thing.
Yeah. It was like $5. I spent $15.80 total and it was free shipping.
Woo-hoo. Plus you get to open all them boxes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anytime I order multi things like that, I hope they all come separate. I hate when they gang them up in one box. It's like, damn.
I'm skeptical of that website. I mean, my wife has ordered some shit from it before, but like I ordered some shit from Wish one time and it turned out to be okay. But then we ordered a couch. Yeah, that's what it was. We ordered a couch cover.
Good night, Flan.
It came other day from the couch cover came in and it's big enough to cover like one cushion. It won't cover.
Right on, Abigail. I'll take any firearm from 1922 or knife. I love old shit, especially guns.
What's your oldest gun?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm guessing one of my World War II guns, my A303 or my 30 carbine. The rest of them are all from those were in the 50s. I do have one drop block, not a rolling block, but it just kind of has a big block that drops out of the way, 22, that is pretty freaking old. I'm not sure when that was from.
I think that Colt pistol I got, that 32, is my oldest one, because it was like, I can't, the serial number, the way
Go ahead.
the way they did it was like the serial number matches 2 different years. One from like 1919 or something like that, and one from 1929. So I'm thinking it's the 1929 version.
Right.
But then my Mosin's from 1943.
I inherited this from my grandfather.
Oh, cool.
That's black powder.
Oh, that's got to be old as fuck then, right? Or is it?
That's like Spanish American War age.
Yeah.
Big too. Big hole.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be one of them antique relic things that don't work. And I fucked around with it, and I almost have it working. Almost. A couple of more parts. It's a Star.
Oh, Star Arms?
Yeah.
So it was made in Spain then.
Oh, was it?
I think that's where Star's from.
I was looking up some stuff, and some of Teddy Roosevelt's guys, the Rough Riders, carried Star Arms. So that'd be cool if I could trace it back to that.
Yeah.
But that would be my oldest. My oldest working is probably that 22. My oldest gun, according to Abigail, is 1948.
It's Star Bonifico Everia or something like that is like the full name. Rhodesian Bush, War, the Civil War of Libyan, South African, and the Border War. Manufacturer. I'm thinking Star Arms is like Spanish made or something.
I don't think so.
Redneck Prepper put out Spain. His Star is made in Spain, he said.
Most imports in the U.S. are arms that were traded by various Spanish military branches to Star for exchange for a new model. Yeah, Star. Well, you know, that's like my llama. It's made in Spain.
It's like Abigail, yeah. 22.
Wakey wake.
Oh boy.
What's that little heart's in the way on my chat? I can't see the serial number. Something shotgun.
Well, this was probably imported then because it says Star Arms, New York.
Yeah, it was probably imported. Yeah, to just like it says Glock, you know, Georgia, you know. Serial number on the shotgun is made from February 1922. Yeah, my 870 is a 1969 model. So older than me. I got quite a few guns older than me.
The rain is made in Spain.
Rain is made in Spain. plug this bad boy in.
Oh, it has a date on it, but I can't quite read it. I need a stronger flashlight.
Watch, he'll get it out, get a flashlight, and look, it'd be like 1981 or something. Reproduction for movie sets only on something.
I have a stronger flashlight.
Movie sets only. Alec Baldwin could have used one of those fake guns.
I'll borrow my light, Steve.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There
Good
you
luck.
go. He's got light for
Good
you,
luck
Steve.
with your webcam. Now.
How's 1856 sound?
That's fucking an old gun, man.
Dang.
Don't strobe yourself.
It's a little late to be doing that, Ohio.
What? What I miss?
He's over there having a strobe light party by himself. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Strobe me, strobe me.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Rubs the lotion on its skin.
Yeah, so 18 something is my oldest, but not non-working,
Still, that's bad. That's bad to the ass.
right? And it was purchased in Texas. When was the Civil War? 17? No.
Like 1884 or something like that.
It could have been around. $2,700. Damn. Yeah, but other than that, my army guns probably. And my oldest one of those is probably the 3040 Craig.
My buddy has a 3040 Craig.
Kind of weak, but one of the smoothest actions.
You got a small loan to be able to afford to fire that son of a bitch.
I bought all the reloading stuff for it.
Oh, did you?
Yep. Thank God Grandpa was a brass saver.
Dish, do you find it as disturbing as I do that Ohio has a cowboy hat and a gun belt? He's got his freaking costumes up on the wall where everyone can see them.
Disturbing is what? You got my what on the wall?
You got your sex costumes up on the wall.
Yeah. I put the belt on with the hat and my boots. I leave my boots on. Look, they got good traction too.
Right on.
I like them higher boots. That way, when you come up behind that sheep, you put their legs down in there with your leg, and he can't run away.
It's okay. It's just my dad.
Then I got this damn thing. What's this?
You got your pocket pussy?
It vibrates.
When's the last time you watched?
The new Vibrant
thing on the top, you twist it.
CZ52 762 by 25. Cool, Clint. $1948 Russian M44. What's the M44?
Oh, here we go.
Bolt action.
Hey, Schlese.
Is that after the Mosin?
It's all good, man. Keep that to yourself. I don't want to see my belly glow. Thank you.
I didn't know my belly button was that thin.
What? M44? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
M44 is a type of Mosin. That's the short one. That's the carbine.
Oh, okay.
And then like the Type 53, I think it is, or the Type 56 is the Chinese version of it. And a lot of people get those and they paint them pink.
Good old 44 mag. Love them. I just got a whole sack full of bullets for my 44 mag.
Bullets.
I want to redo them though because they're reloaded and I don't know who reloaded them. So I'm going to pull the bullets and redo them. Time is it?
Oh, it's Pet Hill Wood.
It's time to find that video of that new shoot range so I can show you.
That made what?
Remember I meant to send you a video of the new shooting range?
Oh, yeah.
I still ain't put that up yet.
What kind of luck are you having finding the 54R there, Abigail?
I found
That 762 by 54R is fucking drying up. Oh, I think all them preppers bought all that shit years ago when everyone made a big deal about having a Mosin.
Yeah.
It's a mousy.
No, it's not. It's a rat. It's Ohio.
Now, what did you say?
I think she said it's a rat. It's Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you ratted me out last week. Don't forget.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Only because I really wanted him to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he tunes into last night's chat, he'll be. You know, there's no getting around it. I dogged the shit out of him last night. You can send him a link of my chat and be like, listen to what Ohio said to you or about you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my neck. Does your guys like? You ever get like real stiff neck at night or whatever? Like, man,
It's the UFOs.
it's you fucking threw my tinfoil hat away.
They're fucking with our gravity. They're making it more intense. So all your head pulls down on your neck and it's giving everybody that same kink. Right? Same spot.
Is that why my fingers are always up like this?
Yeah. Eventually, you won't be able to pull up your gun if we have any left after they get through with all our new laws. Assholes. Will not comply.
Oh, weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that new Massachusetts bill has shit in there about how many rounds you can have at your house, and even off-duty cops can't carry, and all kinds of fucked up stuff.
Well, Michigan has one saying that you got to have your guns locked up and shit or something like that they're trying to pass.
If you have kids in the house.
Oh, okay.
Or
What's
frequent visitors.
considered a kid though? Because when it comes to mass shootings and school
shit.
They say that fucking anything under like 19 is a child.
Yeah.
But they want to leave out. They have you noticed they say it's from 1 to 19? How about 1 day? Can we go from 1 day to 19 years old? Because if you do that, see, you have all those kids that are born that die from SIDS and stuff, and they don't want
to. Yeah. You could up it.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go pre?
You would up the child deaths, but it would lower the child gun deaths, is what it would do. So they don't want to count those.
Oh, got you.
But they want to add those 19-year-olds in there and consider those 18 and 19-year-olds. They want to consider those as children
AKA the gangbangers.
The gangbangers, there you go. And the ones that go out and commit crime and get shot because they're breaking into someone's house or whatever. So a justifiable homicide counts as gun violence, as a child death.
Actually, nowadays, down to 12 years old are out gangbanging. Like,
yeah, but you know what? I'll give you 0 to fucking 17. You know what I mean? But once you're an adult, at 18, you're an adult.
Excuse me.
I mean, my kid's 18. My oldest one's 18, but he's still a kid to me. But he's technically to me, yeah, he's my kid. But
right,
goes out and does adult things right now. You know what I mean? Him and his buddy just went to a fucking big ass concert and shit, and spent all day there, like big festival and stuff, and
goes off and does adult things except for being able to buy a firearm.
Well, he can buy a shotgun. He can buy a shotgun or a rifle. They haven't changed that law yet, have they? You don't have to be 21 yet, do you? I know they were talking about it or trying to pass that.
I thought that was already done with.
I don't know. Let's look.
That stuff's so confusing to me. It's like, are you or are you not?
18 years of age or older.
Cool.
For shotguns and rifles. I told him, I was like, dude, you should take a paycheck and go get you a fucking rifle. I mean, it doesn't have to be, just go get you a fucking 1022 or a Savage or something, something.
Freaking High Point. Hey, does that
yeah, what about that?
Does that count for pistol caliber rifles?
I don't know. I remember Walmart had a problem because remember when they got rid of all their pistol ammo?
Yeah.
But then the one guy said, well, I need 9mm. Like, it's a pistol. He's like, but I have a rifle that shoots 9mm. So why won't you sell it to me?
They started making those AR-15 or AR pistols or whatever. Now you can't get ammunition for those rifles.
It's hard outside for a pimp.
Yeah, it says you must be 18 to buy rifle ammunition and 21 for pistol ammunition. But how do you decipher the difference between them? You know what I mean? Because we have rifles that shoot 9mm.
Well, they call it
pistol. You have lever
pistol caliber.
Yeah.
That's like 5.7 is a rifle round, but it's a pistol caliber. But they also shoot it in rifles.
Yeah, and the P90 or whatever it's called.
P waste your money.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's going to or not. He's into other things in his life right now that they never really got into. My youngest one would be the one to buy a gun first because he's into the guns.
Abigail said there's three-day waiting list in Florida unless you have a carry permit.
Yeah, I know you head down there, you got a carry permit or something like that. I just watched a Legally Armed America video where he said that a guy, it was in Florida, a guy that went to buy a gun, he went to Bass Pro Shops to buy some fishing gear or have him work on his reel or something. He took his reel in, and while he was waiting for them to fix it, he went over and looked at guns, and he came across one of the guns that he'd been wanting for a long time, like a SIG pistol, and they had it in stock. So he filled out the paperwork. Well, his brother or brother-in-law, one of them, who shared the same address at one time, was denied at that Bass Pro Shops on a NICS check. But the reason he was denied is because he checked the wrong box or something like that. So he is a legally allowed. It's just he fucked up that thing. So I guess it was Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's policy that if anyone in the household fails a NICS check, they won't sell to anybody else because they believe it's a straw purchase. And he's like, well, what happens if I live in an apartment and the guy that lived there 5 years ago before me had a NICS check that came back declined. How do I prove that we're not related or we don't still live together or something? You know, I mean, he lived there before I did, you know? What he's like, this doesn't make any sense. It should be each individual, you know, person.
Hardly any of the gun laws do make sense.
Fuck no, they don't. If I become president, I'd repeal every fucking gun law. Just fuck it. Every single one of them.
Let God sort them all out.
Yeah, just fuck it. I mean,
remember they used to say that shit when they started Shall Issue? There's going to be gunfights in the street. It's going to be okay, corral.
It's going to be like the Wild Wild West. Well, I got news for you. The Wild Wild West wasn't even the fucking Wild Wild West. All those gunslingers and shit, that was all made up for Hollywood. That shit wasn't true.
That was one of the most disappointing classes I took in high school. It was called Cowboys and Indians, and it was all about the early West. And it was like, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, the teacher's like, yeah, that hardly any of that shit ever happened.
Yeah, the high noon gunslinger out in the street. Yeah, none of that shit ever happened. That was all like written for books and the movies.
Right, dear, try that in a small town. God dang it.
Yeah, abolish the ATF.
I just watched a video where the ATF showed up on a guy's porch. Giving him and looking for his, what you call it, trigger, the fast reset trigger.
Yeah, and looking for the guy's son, right? The son wasn't.
No, they were looking for that guy and handed him paperwork. The dude never purchased one. He looked it up online.
Yeah, that's the video I seen. Yeah, they were looking. They were like, "Is he here?" And he's like, "No, it's my son."
Have a wonderful night, Clint. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate all your comments and stuff.
Yeah, he just did research on him. He never bought one. So now the internet companies are, you know, selling our information or turning our information over to.
Yeah.
I think I might start searching fucking binary triggers and shit and like forced reset triggers and fucking
3 easy steps to machine guns.
Suppressors from Wish and Temu. Yeah, I almost bought one of those fucking Temu fucking suppressors. The what are they called? The solvent traps or whatever.
As soon as I seen them, I was like, wow, don't that look like ATF bait they're throwing out there?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what if my son was to purchase one?
Yeah, no shit.
My 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Who's not old enough to buy a firearm. So why is he buying it? Is he buying it for his solvent that he's catching off his little
BB
right
gun?
car? You know?
Yeah.
How do they know exactly what you're buying that for?
Good night, Shalisa. Thanks for coming home.
Good night, Clint.
Oh, I see. You look right at me and say good night, Clint.
I'm sorry.
Like I'm supposed to read sign language. Oh, damn it.
I thought you were waving at us goodbye.
Dish was looking down. I would have got a good laugh out of her.
It is pretty late.
Rolling his eyes.
That's all I live for. Now the moment's gone.
But yeah,
You know what I'm going to start doing? Ordering all my firearms online and sending them all to Dish's house. Problem solved.
Send them to Dish's house to be cleaned.
have you seen the fucking prices of these damn milsurp guns, man?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh.
You know why they're getting popular now? Because they got wood on them, and the scared little gun guys don't think they're going to get banned. Is it raining again? I don't think so. Already caught once. Oh, the windows are down anyhow.
Nope, nothing on. Yeah, there's something on the radar. Let's see.
Nothing on Gator.
Hold on. Yeah, it's all gone.
Mikey D's all over that gaydar tonight.
Oh, no shit.
That's a pretty bold statement, man. Everybody just shut up. Was like, what the fuck did you just say?
Well, actually, to that point, I wasn't paying attention no more because that was a long story. But oh, right on, Abigail. Call of Duty kid.
What's that?
Yeah, a lot of the military arms got popular because of the games.
Well, yeah, the damn. My buddy was telling me. Remember the Spas shotgun?
I don't think so.
It has like the hook thing on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Guy Jurassic Park, Terminator used it when he shot up the fucking police station. That was like a $900 shotgun back then. You know, oh yeah, everyone. But you know how much? So that damn thing was featured in like Call of Duty. You know how much they're going for now? My buddy says you can't find one for like less than like probably $5 or $6 grand.
Wow.
Let's see if we can find one on Gunbroker or something.
A4. That's the flat top.
Indeed.
Yeah. Love that. That's the one in the desert. In the desert.
Tell them to suck it.
I went 500, Abigail. I love that thing. It's built like a tank with the quad rail right on. The hand shredder. Not a big fan. But one of my favorite guns is my M16A1. Love it because that's what I grew up on, watching it on the TV.
Wow, did you know that the Spas 12 was impacted by the 1994 assault weapons ban?
Really?
Yeah.
What about the import ban? Is that an import or?
I think it was because it was semi-automatic and it held so many rounds or whatever.
Gear.
And it had a pistol grip. You know, all the shit. You know, and it was black and scary looking.
Sweet, Abigail.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Here's one for the Rock
Gear.
Rock Island auction. Starting price is $1,955.
But gear, I don't think it's the same impact. That may be a compliment for gay guys. Send them a bag of dicks. Thank you.
It's already got a name on it.
Didn't somebody buy a bag of dicks one time? It was like a bag of gummy dicks.
I don't know. Ebomi put a funny ass video out. He was sitting at the table all pouty, and his wife said, "Here, eat a bowl of dicks." Threw it down. It was like SpaghettiOs, but it was a bowl of dicks. It was awesome. Just the way she did it, threw it down, it like slid across the table, perfect, right in front of him. Eat a bowl of dicks.
I want to find a supplier that makes keychains that says "fuck" on it, so you can get somebody a fuck. Here, I gave a fuck.
That's when you're in survival mode in a battle. They can hear you
I
coming.
bet you can't do that with your lungs.
Conspiracy.
I bet you can't do that with your lungs.
Oh, blow it up?
No, well, yeah, blow it up and then right back.
Bet you I can. But I'll get water down my throat and then I'll have a choking fit and I'll laugh. Pretty close. You almost think I had practice or something. Now, see, if you were in a drowning situation, like in your car and went in a lake, you could actually take this and use it for a rebreather for a few seconds, enough to get out and up.
And then hyperventilate and pass out.
I said a few seconds.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do so you don't hyperventilate?
Or I don't know.
I learned that in the bathtub with a 2-liter. Hey, I could breathe underwater. When I was a kid.
Still are. Still are.
Hey, that glass was hard to suck in.
You.
I think it's time we finish our movie and go to bed.
What?
We're gonna hop off and go finish our movie.
Your roof.
Movie.
Oh.
It's awful late. It's past
Porn night, is it? Hope we didn't interrupt it.
Wild Wild West.
Oh,
You're way off.
the new one?
No.
No, we weren't making a movie. We were watching a movie.
Will Smith's version there.
Wild Wild West. We watched a weird one last night, and it's got that the kid in it from Zombieland.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Him and his girlfriend go into this real estate agent, and all the houses are these perfect little cracker box. Where'd I get bread from? Weird, same little cracker box houses, all the same color. Guy says, "Hey, you want to see one?" They're all set up, ready to go, and they said, "Sure." So they follow them, and they're like walking through the house, checking it all out. And it's real fucking generic and weird, you know. It's like an old Twilight Zone. And they walk out, and he's gone. So they're driving around this neighborhood, couldn't find their way out. They end up stuck there. Every trail they took, they ended up back to the same house, number 9, and basically spent the rest of their life there. Really bizarre movie.
I guess so.
And like every third day, this box would show up out on the street, and it had this food in it, regular food, but it had no flavor. They would eat it, and it was just like eating. There was no flavor to it or whatever. I'm not going to tell you the end because it's kind of bizarre.
We watched one tonight earlier. It was called Samaritan. It was Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, really?
Where like him and his brother were born with like special powers or whatever, like really strong, but they would like get into scuffles and stuff with like regular kids and really hurt them. So these like people got together and like boarded up their house and like burnt their house down, but they survived, and the parents died. So the kids grew up one sided to the good, and the other one went to evil, and they were each other's. There was Nemesis and Samaritan, and they ended up always fighting each other and had like this big, huge battle where they both were like dead or whatever. And then years later, this kid comes across Stallone and figures out that he's one of the brothers or whatever, thinks he's Samaritan or whatever. It was kind of a different thing for Stallone, but it was a good movie. It was like actually entertained by it.
Cool. Sometimes you get surprised. The way I look at it, it looks like a weird movie. We'll watch it. If we don't like it, we'll turn it off. It's free.
Yeah.
It's not like you're paying a quarter.
Amazon.
You know, I watched Open Range the other day for the first time. I can't believe I'd never seen that movie before with Kevin Costner and Robert Duvall. It's like, goddamn, that was a good fucking movie. I can't believe I never watched that before.
Open Range. It doesn't sound familiar.
It's a Western where they're moving cattle.
Did you say Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner.
Duvall. I like
Duvall.
Robert Duvall.
I do too.
Robert Duvall. I've always liked Robert Duvall.
Some dub.
Was he the one in the Pollock movie?
Polak.
Yeah, the painter.
I don't know, but I don't know that. He was like the pit crew guy in Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Chick.
Yeah, that whole scene where he's building a car. I'm gonna make you strong and light.
Yeah, I want to shave an inch off of you here. I'm going to give you extra wide gas tank, holds an extra gallon or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. If you like that racing stuff, talk, like that. Who's the famous guy, number 3 guy? His son.
Oh, Earnhardt?
Yeah, Earnhardt Jr. has a podcast, and he gets all them old mechanics and shit on there talking about their little cheat codes and shit. Like, they regulated the size of the fuel tank, but they didn't tell you how big of a fuel hose you could have. So they all had these fuel holes like this big.
And made them would run them back and forth through the car a couple times.
Yeah.
So you could hold 10 gallons of fuel in the fuel line.
Yep. It was pretty, but you get all that inside stuff, man. It is hilarious, but very techy and cool.
You want me to share?
Thanks, dear.
With you? Before I hop off, you want to see that video real quick of the new shooting range? It's only 15 seconds long.
You want to show it live?
Yeah, why not?
You could get hate mail.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
Huh. Why is it wanting to do that?
Or are you going to do screen share? Screen shares.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it first.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, they changed it. Slides, video files, screen share.
Just keep clicking.
It's giving me options that I don't want. Let's see here. Huh.
They put the share button off to the side, and it will bring you to the next screen, and just click in the middle.
Yeah, but it's only letting me share my pop-out chat and my window for YouTube.
Oh, it wouldn't let you share screen? How would I do it? Oh, I did mine on the bottom. Present. Started with present.
Present. Video file. Let's try that.
Oh, you better pick the right one or we could all be porned out.
I know, right?
It's a challenge. You getting the tingles? Steve's over there sweating bullets. Oh, crap.
There it is. Let's see if it'll work.
I see it on the bottom.
You do?
Yep. Add
Out,
the screen.
Steve. They got a new shooting range out here. Yankee Springs is that way. They haven't opened it yet.
Brand new. Cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to the road. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Pretty cool. Look at all them pines along there, man.
Oh God. Had to have been Fatwood.
Yep. Now how do I get out of this thing?
Is that going to be
I think I got
like a Department of Natural Resources range or whatever open to the public, or is that going to be a private range owned by a company?
I believe that's.
Oh.
son of a bitch. I tried to get rid of the screen and it kicked Shalisa out with it. Sorry, come back. Right in mid-sentence, too. She probably cussed me. Fuck that. We're just going to bed.
That son of a bitch.
No, I had to kick the
I pulled it out.
They made me throw the share screen out and it kicked you out with it.
Ha!
It's weird.
I thought it was my fault.
Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have said nothing. Dish, you tried to teach me and I didn't listen. So nothing tells you the whole story.
There's a rustic shooting range down the road a ways. And I'm hoping that this is the new updated. I'm sure you're going to have to pay to get into this one. The old rustic one, you just go out there and shoot.
Well, I'm hoping that little roof thing isn't the shooting thing, because fuck, you could turn around and do a boo-boo and shoot right at the road. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be where you shoot from. You could see where you shoot from, and then the range was straight out.
And that's a main highway. I mean, that's a state highway. It's got to be terribly noisy having it right there.
Right here. I think my channel is on 18 plus.
The only thing I hate about those ranges like that is like you have to shut down everything in order to go like set your targets up or whatever, or somebody. And then there's always that one guy who wants to check his fucking targets like after every other round. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if they're run right, they time them. They go every 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I went to a range that was like every man for himself. That was fucking scary. Because there would be dudes sitting back, you know, we'd all agree. You all had to yell out and agree to shut it down to go change your targets. And there would be two guys sitting at the bench fucking with their shit while you were downrange.
Nice.
That's kind of creepy. It's not loaded. I'm just cleaning it. Yeah, dude, you're by your gun. I don't want to fuck around. Whereas a state-run range, nobody stays at their bench. You at least got to get up and go stand back behind the line while everybody else goes down the range.
This one's in the Barry State Game Area.
Right. And another good thing about our state-run ranges is they're cheap.
Fingers crossed.
The only downside is they don't like you to do any quick fire, double tap or anything. And on all the state ranges I went to here, you can't have silhouette targets. They have to be just regular round targets.
No kidding. Don't want you practicing on other humans.
I'm so sick of all these games. That's why I like just going to like a private place to shoot or whatever, you know.
Like my own backyard.
Yeah.
Don't answer that, Gear. It's a trap.
Right.
Next thing you know, you'll be in HR and getting fired for looking at somebody, commenting on somebody's breast. This is.
Here, they're fake.
Never seen a fake one flop around like that. That would be an upgrade.
Yeah. Got a nipple on it. I forgot I had this, man. It's funny. Me and the kids last summer, the neighbor kids, we bought a super wubble. This is a tiny one.
Mm-hmm.
And after we filled it with air and played with it for a while, we deflated it. We filled it full of water till it burst. Like those punch-o balloons.
Right?
It got pretty big. It's freaking huge.
I don't know, Gear. They can use a cheater bra. I've seen them all up. Cheater bra.
Bustier.
Is everybody tired enough?
Yeah, I'm pretty hit.
Me too. My bones are getting achy. All right, we're going to shut her down. Get the hell out of there. 392 outside comments. Fucking awesome.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, we got to let you go, Gear. It's early yet. Everybody have a nice, lazy Sunday. And protect yourself from the heat at all costs.
Night, J Watt.
Otis.
Right? Good night, Jay Watt.